At any point, did you ever call police? Did you ever make any reports so I can check on those things?
No, because you consider a rat at that point.
You're walking out here, there's like a struggle of some sort. You say you push him or shove him off. You never mentioned a gunshot.
I didn't do a gunshot.
What's that?
I didn't do the gunshot.
At 3 a.m. on a hot summer night in Albuquerque, the police received a call about a possible dead body in a room in a Motel 6. Upon responding to the scene, officers indeed found a body on the floor between two beds. The man who had found the body told the officers that he was in the very same motel room at various points throughout the night. Though he was risking making himself a suspect, the man told the officers that the dead man, Kenny Rougemont, was his friend. Throughout the night, the two were partying hard. The witness was in and out of Kenny's motel room, and at around 2 a.m., he returned once more, only to find Kenny lying lifeless on the floor. Detectives reviewed video footage from the motel's cameras and discovered a woman hastily leaving Kenny's motel room just before 2 a.m. The woman then got into a gray Kia that had distinguishable rims and damage on the front end and sped off. The police put out an announcement to pull over that car on site, and a dozen hours later, that car was found. It was not being driven, but was abandoned in Pecos, over an hour away from the motel. After a thorough investigation, the owner of the car, Joanna Quintana, was identified and located. She was brought into the police station for questioning. Let's see what she has to say.
You okay? You want some tissue or anything?
I could just use a cigarette.
Okay, cigarette. I'm gonna have to wait on that because we're gonna check, see if we can find some for now. I'm gonna have to see if I can get an officer over here that has some, okay? I'm gonna sit down over here if that's okay with you. Alright. So, Joanna, we have to record all of our dealings everywhere we go nowadays, okay? I take it off there because if I keep it down here, it's underneath, and we don't want that, okay? So I just want to let you know that what we talk about is being recorded, okay? I need to advise you of that, okay? How are you feeling right now?
Not good.
Just with cigarette?
And just the pain.
Pain? What hurt you? Your head? Okay, well, we're going to talk about that and kind of go over some more things, okay? Again, I want to introduce myself as Detective John Garcia with the Albuquerque Police Department. You're at the main police station in Albuquerque, okay? And today we kind of already turned the night. It's June 23rd and it's about 1:30 in the morning, okay? When I talk to people, I try to take notes, and it's not because I'm trying to document everything. I'm trying to not forget. I'm a little bit older now. So what happens is I try to take a little bit of notes to make sure that I understand. I can ask you any other questions. When we talk here in a little bit, I'm just asking for the truth. I'm just asking to see what happened. I really... We're at a point where I've done a lot of work in the last couple of days, and I'm going to explain all that to you here in a little bit, okay? All I would expect from you, Johanna, is just give me everything, the details and everything, okay? There's some people that say that a picture's worth $1 million, right? So I really want to know what happened and what's going on, okay? So because you got transported out here, you have an arrest warrant for probation violation. I'm not talking about that, okay? I want to make sure that you understand what you're arrested for is for a probation violation, which I think it's a violation and I don't even know the original charges. You probably know that, okay? But what I want to talk to you about is a separate incident, completely separate from that arrest, okay? So because you got transported down here in a state police unit, you're in handcuffs. They looks like they pull you out of is that your mom's house? There's some things I need to talk to you about, okay? So But before we do that, I want to make sure that you understand your Miranda rights. Do you know what that is, Miranda rights? Okay. When we talk, if you can verbalize whatever you say, because like I said, audio stuff, we can't hear a lot of things. So if you can say yes or no, if you understand these. I usually like to say, these are the Miranda warnings. I like to read them off this card, and I want you to see it if you can. I know you have your eyes kind of, on your right eye's kind of a little messed up there, so I want to, as much as you can read it, you can read along with me. I'm going to read them one at a time, okay?
Because of this, I can't. I cut out of it. I can't see. I can see really blurry from both.
Okay. Well, and I wanna see more about that, but I really want to know what happened to your eye. So, but I want to advise you of your rights before we start talking. Okay. So you have the right to remain silent. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. You have the right to consult an attorney before speaking to the police and to have an attorney present during questioning now or in the future. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you wish. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you will still have the right to stop answering questions until you talk to an attorney. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Knowing and understanding your rights that I have explained them to you, are you willing to answer my questions without an attorney present now?
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you just some personal information to make sure. Okay? So it's Johanna, spell it for me.
Johana.
A-N-A. And what's the last name?
Quintana.
Quintana. What is your date of birth, Johanna? Okay. Do you know your social or no?
No.
No social? Do you have one or you just don't know it?
I have one, but I just don't.
Okay, that's fair. Do you know the address that they're at your mom's? Is that where you stay at most of the time, or?
I have my own place.
Okay, what's that address?
Roy Ball's Trailer Park.
Roy Ball's Trailer Park. Familiar with trailer parks? So you have like space numbers?
Yeah.
What number is it?
Is it Roy Ball's Trailer Park, number 7?
Number 7. Okay. And what's a good phone number for you?
505
Okay.
470
470
1460.
1460. Okay. And who do you live? That's not your mom's trailer then?
No, my mom's on the third one. The
She-
same address, but the third.
Okay, so mom's is at number 3? Mm-hmm. Okay. Just so I understand that. Okay, who else lives with you here at this address?
Just me and my boys.
You and your boys? You have how many boys?
2.
2 boys? Can you tell me their names or no?
Marcus.
Marcus is the oldest one? Mm-hmm.
CUS.
C-U-S. And how old is he?
10.
10 years old. He has the same last name as you? Quintana? Or?
Yeah.
And what's your other son's name?
Luis Ivan.
Oh, you have to spell that one for me.
Luis.
I-S?
Uh-huh.
Luis?
Ivan.
I-V-A-N? Luis Ivan?
Chacon.
Chacon. Okay. What is his? How old
He's
is he?
5.
5 years old? Okay. All right. So, I like to treat people with respect, okay? And I hope I have not disrespected you in any way. I'm here to be fair. I'm here to listen to your side of the story, okay? So, I don't like to just start off with asking questions. I like to say, Johanna, you know what? I want to know what Johanna knows. I want to know what happened to Johanna. If you can tell me what happened to your eye, anything else. I know that you were here in Albuquerque a couple of days ago. Well, Monday morning, a couple of mornings ago, okay? Sunday night into Monday morning. On the 21st was the date. I know that you were here for a good part of the day. And I know where you were at. Kind of leave it at that for now, because I really want to hear from you how and what happened that day and what happened on that incident. And tell me in your own words everything you know about that.
Yeah, that before I came up, I was already gone for like a week. Kenny, it's right now. Kenny, it's already gone for like a week. We have been going on for like 5, 6 months. At the beginning, everything was like, I never thought he was so abusive and like how do I say it? Just became very abusive and possessive and um so it was already like 2 months before all this. It was on and off, on and off. And that's because he kept hitting me and pointing guns at me. And even putting knives like to my stomach or my throat or and every time I tried to leave, like, it would get bad, you know? Like really, really bad. It would get to the point where I would get thrown or choked out till I could barely even breathe. And it became bearable, like bearable too. Like, call me, every sorts of name it could be. And like he would expect for me to tell him the truth and not tell him the truth about the things that he would think they were going on. Like for example, like, he thought I was always cheating and that I was always just, talking to the people that he was around, like just trying to scam or not scam, plot on him. And it just became like that because I don't know what type of incident, but like he took he pretty much stole something from some people, and from there it became to where I guess those people knew who took it and was kind of like a set of tires or whatever. Those people knew that he took it, and some other people started getting involved, and he, like those people started getting involved, but he didn't know how to, I guess, treat people. He'd always kind of feel like they're treating him like he was a bitch or like not respectfully, I could say. Like he would always go to drastics and start saying like bad words, and instead of actually trying to fix the problem, making it a little better, like, they would always try to see like if they were always just putting him down or and he would always make the problem worse. So at that point, he made the problem worse, and then some other situations started happening with him, and the same thing as being aggressive and treating people with disrespect. And at the place that we were living, like pretty much he made everybody move out because of the way he would talk, and and I don't know how it came down to his sister texting me and telling me, tell him that he needs to leave town. He needs to leave town because they're just telling me that they're gonna kill him, and at this point, like there was so many messages from his sister and his mom, and he was sleeping, and I was laying right next to him, and when I opened the phone, I started reading the messages and stuff, and then the door, there was a knock on the door, and that was his brother. He walked in, and I guess he was going through the same thing, like with his mom, and they're texting him this and that. So when all of this happened, like he at this point he was already like, how do I say? I have no idea to say, and just because of that little incident, because he would go or do things with two other people, like he think that everybody was plotting on him, or everybody was trying not to get him and kill him, and stuff like that. So this is like probably like 2 months ago, and why I'm like to this point, I guess. And after he started like after that incident, that they said he should leave town, and, kind of threatening him. From there, he felt like everybody was like a threat or plotting on him. Sorry.
It's okay. Take your time. If you need to take a drink of your Coke, that's fine. If you want some water, let me know.
They're disposable.
Did you go to the hospital at all to get checked?
No, it started getting worse, and so I kind of figured I should go because it wasn't red at all. Like it started getting red over the thing. It was me moving my eye. I don't know.
And if you need to close your eyes, because I know he's that so bright, if you need to close them just to rest, that's cool too, okay?
Just get sorry before it. I mean, I always suffer from anxiety and panic attacks and stuff like that.
So I know you, yeah, and I want to know about the background history because a lot of that, I don't know you, and I don't know Kenny, okay? And I don't know you guys' relationship, okay? Obviously, the incident I'm investigating is the one at the hotel.
That's right. It's coming. Like all this, no.
And you can tell me like who these people are because I know there was other people there because I watched a lot of video already. So just tell me who those other people are too because I don't know who's who.
Well, most of the people are like. Well, yes, he knew a lot of people, and I think I knew him. Then the people that he knew him, and I wasn't really always like really familiar with most of the people. They're like I come from like my family's Mexican, well educated, respectful, like not out and about or doing drugs or just dealing with different people every little while or like so like most of those people like when after like all this like he started getting like paranoid and stuff and like I started just live like that for like it was going almost on 2 months. And from that month, I left at least 3 times because of the same thing. I left 3 times, and every time, it was due because he would say that, he couldn't have any guy in the room or any of his friends in the room because he would say that I'd sleep with them or I was being a tramp or, or a hoe, just putting me down. And it was never the case. He was always thinking, and that's when I started realizing that he wasn't okay mentally. Mm-hmm. And then I was right. Like he one morning before that morning it had already been a whole week that I had to wake up and since I would wake up till we go to sleep the same thing. He was already to the point where he was losing it where we would wake up in the morning and all he did was just walk around the house, looking around. If I would be in the bathroom, he would go check at least 3 times in the bathroom. There's a room there's no windows, nothing. You would think I would be in there with someone or plotting on him or something. This went on a whole week before it all this. It went on the whole week and it wasn't even to the point where he would hit me every day. Every day he would point guns at me and tell me if I was even thinking of leaving, he was gonna put me down. So I had to try my best and try to help. And he would tell me he would apologize, tell me I'm sorry, I know I'm not right and all these people are trying to get me. And by the time why are you going against me like that? I haven't done nothing to you for you to even treat me like that. And at that point I already felt bad, I wanted to leave, but I couldn't, because I felt if I would leave, he would come again for my mom or one of my boys, because he told me a few times. And I tried helping him, and it would be some hours would be okay, happening. like, and you expect me to change the attitude just that quick after him putting hands on whatever. So I would have to change my attitude. Like nothing's wrong. And then again, like if something, little things didn't matter, or is it something that he didn't like, for example, like he would go back to the same attitude and same attitude. And then, he would walk like, we needed drugs. Pretty sure he needed drugs, and he would stay up like almost the days at a time. That's when he would start seeing things. One day he told me like, it was within that week that he would see an old man, a young guy, and that they're always talking to him. And I was talking to him, and I was talking to him, and I looked at him like is it here in this house? And I've always told me like to burn it down or just to kill. He's like, oh, it's not. And I just looked at him like, that's not right. Like, what are you talking about? Like, and that's the first time that he admitted that he needed help, and he told his mom this. He told him like, he called him crazy doctor. I'm the crazy doctor. I can't do it no more. If you guys don't help me, I'm gonna end up hurting myself or hurting Joanna or hurting someone. Like, I can't take this. I walk around and I see shadows, and he actually really thought someone was out to get him. So that whole week passed, and at that point the house was already empty. Like, it was just us living there. And I remember he was doing good. He was on the Suboxone thing program or whatever, and all he would do is meth and weed and cigarettes. But every time he would shoot up meth, like, it would change him. Like, it would change him so bad. Like, I would even tell him, like, do you have to do that? Like, and every time, like, he did it, it would go back to the same thing. Like, like, the moment he did it, he should so much, he even accused, like, I would send him from one picture, he would get, like, a whole story of me doing something wrong, so that at that point he hadn't slept for like 3 days, I could say. And I remember I was making pancakes, and he was in the living room, because then he would walk around just with the gun, like, always with the gun. He wouldn't go anywhere without a gun. Like, anywhere. And I remember he sat down on the couch and he was kind of nodding out. And nodding out. And he ate, there's the food. And at that point, like, he ate and he was calm. He was okay, calm. And I remember he fell asleep. And when he fell asleep, I tried waking him up, and he didn't wake up. So at that point, I made my move and I left. And it was easy because I didn't get to pull hair or, hit me or. So I just left. Like, I had to do that, to put like.
When was that you left?
That was like probably a week from.
A week ago?
Probably like, they would say 2 weeks from it. And I was like, yeah, like, I didn't get, like, I didn't get to hit, like, he didn't get to hit me, and, So I remember I left, and he didn't have a cell phone at the time. Like, I guess he lost his phone, and I left. Like, my friend went for me, and I left, and I was happy. I was like, oh my God, he didn't get to touch me. But every time I'd go home, my mom would I never told my mom nothing that was going on, because she's already, her age, and she worries too much, and I don't want it for any of this to, like, affect her in any way. So I had left that. Like, I left for almost 2 weeks, I could say. And that's when my birthday was coming. Oh no, I came back 2 days. I remember it was a Saturday going on a Sunday. I came back, and that whole week, we stayed texting, and he's all like, I want to change, babe. Like, I love you. I want to be with you. Like, you've been my crush since high school. Like, you've been with my baby daddy, like, he passed away from an overdose, well, but they knew each other. So I like you since then. Like, I don't want to lose you for something stupid. And then I tell him, let's get her, like, I'll get you help. You know, let's go to therapy. Like, I'll do it with you. Like, then he would assure, yeah, like, you know, and he, I guess every time you fall for it, and it just ends up getting worse. So is it the case? Every time I would come back, I would just start getting worse and worse. And I left like, came for that Saturday, Sunday, that Monday afternoon, like, just because this guy went and told or the girl started acting jealous because of her man or whatever. I wasn't even doing nothing, like, nothing. I was just sitting down coloring. And he just grabbed me by my throat and throws me in the room. And, like, all I had to do was just sit there. And him, like, calling me every name in the book. And I couldn't answer, I couldn't tell him anything. Every time he tells me, tell me the truth, I'll tell him the truth. And he'll tell me, you're lying, stupid, but you're lying. And every time I'll tell him, no, I'm not lying, like, I'm telling you. It just got bad, you know, like. So, I guess he carried, like, the gun, like, he wouldn't leave it anywhere. I remember that I was sitting on the bed, and I remember the window was open. And he took it, I guess he doesn't remember, like, if he's doing something, he doesn't remember from the minute, maybe 2 minutes from that, he doesn't remember. Doing, where did I leave this, where did I leave that? And I remember he took the gun into the bathroom, and I told him it's in the bathroom, like, I didn't take it, and he's like, at that, he's all whipping me with the belt, like, trying to tell me that I took it, when he took it into the bathroom. And I whipped me with the belt, like, you're not gonna take it, you stupid bitch, like, I should put you down, I should do the world a favor. And I was good just to fucking tell myself. And I would get scared when every time I try to come back to help him. Because I was in that situation before when my baby daddy knew he needed help. And I did help him, he did help, but he just didn't want it. In this case, like, just felt like I needed to try maybe. Because he has never been a bad person or nothing. And he woke me with the belt, he went to go check in the bathroom. At that point, I just got myself when it ran out the window. And he caught me, like, almost halfway. Then
Where was this at?
where we were staying, we're just renting a room from that place. It's like next answer. I'm not answer.
Do you remember the address? Is it a house or?
It's a house.
What was the address you remember?
It's 8016.
What is it?
8016.
8016.
Lindsay. LYNSI.
SI?
Lindsay Avenue.
Is it Southwest or Northwest?
Northwest.
So, Johanna, it sounds like you've had a lot of history with just abuse and everything else, verbal and physical threats and everything like that. Is that right? At any point, did you ever call police? Did you ever make any reports so I can check on those things?
No, because you're considered a rat at that point. And he would tell me that if I knew what they would do to rats. And even though, like, I went, he would abuse me, like, there's more, mainly, like, towards the end, like, a lot of abuse. Well, probably 2 months into the relationship, but it was abusive. Why I kept going back. You know, I loved him, and I did believe that things would get better. And he would tell me, like, because he knew how bad he would be with me. And he would tell me that you're probably the only person that could handle me or even be with me for that long, because nobody could be with me even an hour because of how disrespectful and, and he tell me like, I love you, and he like I would make his shots too. He'd tell me like if you wanted to pull me back, you would, like, or if you wanted to get me somewhere, like you would. But I don't think like that. I don't have a man like that. And he would tell me it was always like something like that.
So who's Ernesto?
He's my neighbor.
He's your neighbor?
He's a family friend.
Okay. Do you have a relationship with him?
No.
Because I guess officers earlier, you said that you were his lover. Is that,
No.
no?
He's no.
Just a neighbor?
He's a family he's a family friend, and he's that guy. I don't know how many times I've told him, no, you're not. It surprised me because this is not the first time he comes out with something like that.
Yeah, I was just thinking he's a little bit older, right? You were a lot older?
I'm a lot older.
Okay.
And he's not. And so there's a few screws missing on the head.
What's Ernesto's last name, Vita?
Ortega.
So when you mentioned earlier, you mentioned people. He stole some things from some people, and then you mentioned people a couple of times. Tell me about those people. Who are those people?
One of them was Chepo.
Chapo?
Chepo.
Chepo?
Chepo.
What's his? Is that a nickname or is that his real name?
We just call him by Chepo. He has a little shop, like I don't know if it's mechanic or body work or selling cars, but it's just somewhere on Broadway.
You don't know exactly where or not?
Like,
So tell me, because from the information that I received, and I didn't say, I'm sorry. We talk to people. Obviously, we talk to people. We look at video. We find out information. Say however the case was.
no, like good,
You borrowed a car from Ernesto, or you're in his car. What time do you come down from Pecos?
Yeah, so after the 3 days when I jumped out the window, so I left. That was that whole week, and that's the week for my birthday.
Okay.
And we kept talking and talking. And kept saying like, oh, I have so much things planned for your birthday, and this and that, but at the same time, every text that he would say would be like,
19th. Okay. So the 19th just passed, right? You just had a birthday, okay?
Yeah, so that whole week he kept, texting me and telling me like, I have so much stuff, like I want to spend that day for your birthday and this and that, but at the same time, he wouldn't stop with the same thing every time I come down, like, it seems like you don't want to change every time that, like, I believe that you're going to change, it just gets worse. And worse, I was like to the point where you whip me with the law, and it's like, what kind of shit is that? Like, and tell me I don't know I'm wrong, And so Friday came and, I've been at home this whole time. I don't really go out. I have two boys that need me, and because of all this relationship, like, it came to a point where he wouldn't even let me go see them because he thought I was gonna go and hoe around or whatever. So at that point, like, I couldn't even go over there because of that. And so every time I would leave, like, I would just spend time, like, so every day working at home and my mom, like, and that Friday came and he started taking me time and like, you should come down, I got plans for your birthday and I want to spend it to you, like I love you and like I'm sorry I know I'm difficult and this and that. So and then he started telling me like fuck your life and you and fuck your mom, started like, being again like because things weren't going the way he wanted, like that instantly. So I just ignore all the text messages, like it's just the same. I'm tired, like I'm just the same. So then he came and friends of happy birthday, and like he called me at for that was 5:30 in the morning, and I was barely getting up, and he called me and, oh, happy birthday, I love you, and this and that, and like I was barely waking up, and I was talking like I was like answering as he goes, and, oh, get that dick out of your mouth, you stupid, like you over there fucking with some guys, like I just hung up. And then he started texting me and started telling me like same thing. I blocked him for a few hours. And I started feeling guilty, like, it's
Do you still have those texts on your phone?
and he tells me, oh, you're blocking me because obviously you have something better to do. And so I told him like the things are just gonna get worse. Like they've been getting worse, and so we like on Saturday, Saturday, I decided to come. So I get I climb Ernie's car, and I decided to come, and we went to the room that night, but he already had some, like he said, there were homeless people there. That's been when I was the first time I ever got there, and there was like when I went into the room, there was like almost 3 people on each bed, and then one sitting down, and then we just walked in. He introduced me, but like I said, just so many names, and like I never seen them before.
Do you remember what time you came down Saturday?
It was already kind of late, like maybe 2, 3
In the afternoon?
in the morning.
In the morning. So Saturday morning, Saturday night into Sunday morning?
Yeah. And then that's when I came, and I just thought like through the whole highway, and then I was calling, texting, or he was calling, texting, and like whatever the case. And I was like, where am I even going? Like it's gonna get bad. Like I already know what's gonna happen, but I didn't wanna. I don't know. I guess when you fall for someone, and it's like I shouldn't go. When they're going, and I just went to the room, and before that he had showed me some pictures of how he wanted us to spend the day, and like my birthday and stuff. And so when I got there, like he, just because from the time that he texted me and was planning it, or he wanted me actually like to just think myself and be like, I have to be by his side. Like I have to go over there, I have to be by his side. And he started telling me that. He's like, oh, well, you don't even come on Sunday night, on Friday night, and you don't even think of coming home, you don't even think of me. And at times, do you hear yourself? It's like, look at everything that you're telling me, and it's like so hard for you to be nice. Like, oh, if you're in such a liar, like, I was always liar. And when he was planning all that, like, I didn't know he had things planned or whatever, because when me and him were texting, like, that's when he called me and he's like, oh, don't get the dick out of my mouth. It's that he started sending some other hurtful text messages. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna let him get to me today. Like, I have my boys, like, my 5-year-old over here, like, spoiling me. What else could I want? So I just blocked him. Blocked him for like 5 or 6. And that's when he started texting me and stuff like that. At that point, I guess he was already planning everything. But he, like, I told him, like, how did he, like, he made his plans without me even telling him yes. Or without me even assuring that I was gonna go.
What kind of plans was he making?
Like, he wanted to rent that room, and what he was gonna take me out to a restaurant, and that he had a gift for me, a card. Well, that's actually all I asked was for a card and a flower. And he had some other thing like that. He wanted to spend the night with me and watch a movie, go have dinner, just pretty much just be by my side. And, just pulling me and him were going back and forth, and I guess he got mad because I didn't give, like, I kept, like, not giving him a straight answer if I was gonna go at that time or not. So he just, always assumes if his ways, and only his ways. He said, oh, I'm gonna just fuck this shit, like, you know, fuck this shit, like, I'm done, like, you stupid bitch. And now, I guess at that point he already had given the room. You know, he already given it out the room, and it was okay, whatever. So that's when I started feeling like guilty, you know. So, and that's when I came like at 2, 3 in the morning. That's when I ended up in that room, and we stayed not even that long by the time we left. And we just went and spent the night at the place. We were renting a room. That was Saturday morning to Sunday. And
where was that at?
at 8016 Lindsay Avenue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he left because he already gave him at the hotel and a bunch of people there just getting high, and we just ended up leaving. And I remember walking in the room, and there was some people just walking back and forth. Though I don't know, like, to me it's just really like how can you not, like, even young girls and all that, like how they left together.
Is that on Lindsay or at the hotel?
No, Lindsay.
Okay.
So like Lindsay kind of reminded me of like a hotel, not a stable, because the people come and go, and like they rent out rooms, like, you know,
It's an actual house then?
Mm-hmm.
It's like an actual house then?
and it's a home, like a stable home. Like, you could make it a stable home, but I guess whoever house that is, they felt like they didn't want to live in it, or they couldn't afford all of it, so they would rent out the room. Or, sorry. And so we woke up that Sunday. It was probably Sunday afternoon. I remember at this point, Ernest was already all mad because I didn't go at 6 or 7 in the morning, like I said. And I just started like, well, I'm already in trouble, you know. Might as well just get in trouble for real, not for a few hours, like, you know. So, remember we woke up, and the night before that when we got to the house, him and some other guy, I don't really remember his name, they were talking about some lake, like a lake. I don't know if you're familiar with it. And they were gonna do this lake and this, and it was just down the street. And I was taking these tires, truck tires, like big tires, and I'm not gonna lie, like he told me I can't use a car and all, but I couldn't just let out the car that they let me. So I told him like I'll take you, but I didn't think he was gonna do it right there and there. So and they planned out, and it happened. And I remember
What happened?
they took the tires from the back of the truck. But before that, he had already taken a gun from some girl's room, I guess. The door was open, and he decided like, oh, let me go inside and check. And he was just going through that room, and in a white bag he found a gun
And where's that room at? Where was that room at?
at the 8016.
At the 86.
There was some girls like his stuff or whatever, but he didn't expect that to open that bag and find, you know, a gun.
What kind of gun was that?
I have a weird name. I'm pretty sure it's like a 9-2.
A what?
A 9? No, I think it's
9 millimeter?
I think.
What color was it?
But they call it something else. And I remember this because when he got the gun that night, he was trying it out to exchange it for some drug. So yeah, he tried it out, and I remember he took a bullet from his gun and put it in that. And he shot it and made sure it worked or whatever too.
Where did he shoot it at?
just right there by I don't know what you call that area, like 58 and 67th Street. That area.
So like on the outside in the open field or something?
Just while he was driving.
Oh, okay.
Just picked it up and just took a test. They say.
So you mentioned he had a gun, or he took a bullet out of his gun, you said, and put it in that one?
Mm-hmm. He has his own gun.
He had his own gun? What kind of gun does he have?
I know it's a Glock, but I don't think call it something else.
What color is it?
When he had it, it was like all black. But then like I don't know, he would switch up because before I left, he had like a dark gray with black, and then like I guess he would try to change it up, different colors. But when I left, it was like all black.
When you left where?
To Pecos.
Oh, you went to Pecos.
Mm-hmm. And this time when I came around, like it was like dark gray. Like I guess I kept changing it between those colors.
Who was the guy that he was going to do a lick with? Give me a description. Like, what does he look like?
Well, at that night when he was talking to him, it was a completely different guy. But when he did the lick with the people, they would call him Munchies.
Munchies? Well, how was he dressed? Or what did he look like, Munchies?
Like dark skin. Like dark hair. I wasn't dark. That like we were around people like that. Like look, Because it would be like a problem. Come. And he had like facial hair, and he had like he was like really dark, like maybe like what do you call it? A lot of colored people, and like races, like where they're like really dark and they had dark hair and they have like an accent. But he was really friendly, and I think he just met him that within those 2 days that I was gone and into.
How old was he? What was his age?
Like 40, between 47, I remember.
47.
Mm. And then there was the other guy.
What was his name? Do you remember?
And then Munchies and him were together. I remember both of them were together when they hopped in the car. On him I don't. He was younger, not as dark as the other guy, but he did have facial hair, kind of chunky.
Did he have what kind of hair on his head, or did he have hair?
The other guy, no.
The first guy, Munchies?
Yeah, he didn't have no hair.
So no hair, like, and
Like just barely any hair. I think he was like really, really short hair, like kind of bald, but not bald completely. And the other one did have like hair, like not too long, not too short, but like he had hair, like kind of like it was a little longer, maybe.
okay. Do you remember what color hair?
Black, between dark brown and black.
Okay. Do you remember what they were wearing? Both of those guys.
The younger guy was wearing shorts. And those are the people that stayed with us at the end. Shorts, I don't remember if they were jean shorts or black shorts between.
Do you remember what kind of shirt or anything? Just think from your shoulders down to your waist. What was specific about what he was wearing?
I know he had a beanie for sure, but like his shirt, like I don't remember if it was like also short or like a short sleeve. Because when they were talking and stuff, and when they did the lick or whatever, they had to put a sweater, like a black sweater, cover their face and stuff. So when we got to the hotel, they sat on um like, on the bed like this way, and they're like in the other bed like facing this way. So I would try not to look a lot, because then consider staring and you want them, and it goes on, and then there goes another argument.
Where did they do the lick at?
Then where did they do it? Right there where they lived, where we lived.
On Lindsay or?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more about the lick. I mean, tell me what happened. I don't understand.
The lick.
I understand what a lick is, but I mean, tell me more about how you mentioned tires. Usually, when people are doing licks, they're doing licks for guns or drugs or money.
It was just for tires to get some money.
Okay.
It started off with the first lick, and why it became all this mess because of some tires and rims that he stole from Chepo. They ended up being some guy named Frank. From Frank, it ended up being threats and shit like that. And he would try to flip it and, flip it into selling, try to get money for drugs or to come up, pretty much. And that's when it kind of started, like for those rims and tires, and then from there ended up being some other guy. And from what I heard, he had paid the guy. But at that point, the disrespect was so much that, and the lick that we did with the whole thing at the house before that same day was, we would just go down, like, you could come down, like, if you go on Lindsay and then turn into where the house is, you just keep going straight, and then there's a stop sign, and then you just go right, and you keep going all the way right. It's kind of like an empty house, but the trunk that we're in, like, a really pretty truck, like a white Chevy, like really pretty truck, like tall with like rims and stuff, and they were just sitting in the back, and they were just tired. And at that point, he wanted to trade him for 100 blues or something like that.
How many blues?
100.
What did you guys do to your vehicle to change this?
We just took the license plate.
And then you put it back on later?
Mm-hmm. Oh, he did.
Who did? Okay.
And at that point, once he did that lick, we just ended up going back to that room, and pretty much we waited. He started talking about Nate was one of his friends that passed from like gang related sort of thing, and he was talking like how the girl I was gonna go with like his sister, because it was Nate's cousin, she had the info on how to get rid of the tires and stuff. So she walks in and she introduces, and she was the one that was there with us for a while. She would go in and out of the room, but
What was she wearing?
a big shirt.
And what was her name?
Amber.
Tell me about Nate again. He was, you said, with gangs or what?
Nate, he was one of his friends. He passed away from,
Oh, he passed away.
yeah, gang related, like, yes. And I have never ever experienced like or seen or gone through so much like I did these months. I never even thought it was like bad like that, or just being out in the street and being in town, and thought that we were just waiting at the a very long time we waited. And it didn't happen. We left to go take the tires to his sister's.
What's his sister's name?
Lucy.
And did you guys take him over there too? Did she get the tires?
I don't think she was at home. I think she was at work. But Ken told him that he had bought them, and he needed just to take care of him for a little bit while he goes and gets the truck to put him on, whatever. And at that point, we're just cruising like
How many tires did he drop off there?
3.
3.
And at that lake, it was the other 2 guys, Munchies and the other guy, and Kenny. They're supposed to divide him in 3. We go out for 3 parts or whatever.
Or the money, whatever money they made.
Or whatever. They're more into the pills than anything. And I remember like just waiting and nothing like happened at all. And he was really calm, cleaning the other gun. And then they started receiving messages like telling them that they know who took the gun, and some of the, I guess, the girls that lived at the house we lived in. They saying, "Oh, we know where you guys took it. You guys should give it back." And at this point, like, these girls are all blaming these other 2 guys when it was Kenny that took it. And he was kind of laughing. He's all these, they think you guys took it, and I'm actually the one that took it, and I'm over here talking shit to them, and he was cleaning to make sure that it worked and stuff, and I remember it did work because he tested it, and he took a bullet from his gun to it, and he couldn't do nothing with it because nobody was around, like, and he tried that guy's cousin, Munch's cousin, and she wasn't there. And then Kenny tried 2 of his people, and one had a visit, and the other one wasn't. I remember, I think he was there, or he was going to, but to give him half an hour because he was going to go with his daughter for a ride or something like that. So at that point, we just go back to the hotel, and he asked Amber if he could go and she could go and do something with it. And Amber
To do something with what?
with the gun.
Oh,
If you could trade it for pills or whatever, something to for them to get well.
you know Amber's last name by chance?
Like, and then she ended up leaving from the room, and then we just stayed alone on the 2 guys, me and Kim, and then just kept talking about like, how she's not giving the phone numbers and talking, telling each other where we kind of.
So did Kenny have a phone at that time?
He did, but he had lost it that day. He was thinking he had lost it, and he pulled like the link on the truck, like where the truck was parked, and they took the tires. He thought he had dropped it there, and we went and checked, and he did it.
So you guys went back to the place where you guys took the tires?
Yeah. So you're never supposed to go back to a place. He did, like, we just went and checked because he didn't want to get caught. That was associated with that lick.
So whose phone was Kenny using?
He was, from my phone, he didn't make no call.
Did he use your phone?
No. Let me see. No, because it was, Amber had the number to that guy's just other tires. He had that number, and I tried not to take my phone out. It sounds stupid, but
No, I
I
understand.
tried not to take my phone out because even though it didn't look bad, it didn't look wrong, and you see how perfectly nothing wrong with certain things, you would see something wrong with those things, and it would become a problem. Or I tried to make everything that I could not to call that right, you know. So I tried not to take out the phone, but he was using numbers. Yeah, he made he would tell Amber to call, you know.
Sorry about your pain. And we're kind of getting, a little bit closer. I need to get the information that I need. I'm just trying to figure out. So did Munchies and the other friend that was with Menchie's, or you said Munchies? What's his name? Munchies. What do they drive? What were they in?
No car.
No car.
Yeah, they were talking about how Kenny's gonna help him get a car. Cause that's what Kenny would do, you know. When I first met him, he was doing good and he was selling cars and fixing them and body work type of thing. And he had some cars that needed a few things and he could sell them, you know. And to one of them, that was his baby. There was the other younger guy too that was not hanging out with Munchies. And told him, you know, he wasn't gonna give him no money. And we were gonna keep the stuff from the lake, like the money that he would get from the tires. Kenny was gonna keep it, so towards the car. And Kenny had a white status, I think. That only needed a few work, and that guy was gonna give him his half of the lake, Kenny. So Kenny just gave him the car and it was kind of like a down payment or seeing that he was, you know, that he was serious about buying the car.
Sure. Did you guys, because I watched the video and there was a time where one of the guys rolled a tire into the room. Do you remember that?
Mm.
What was that about? Was that one of the tires from the lick?
Yeah, like, wait.
Who was that guy that was rolling the tire? Do you remember who that was?
I don't remember if it's the older guy, that's Munchie, and if it's the younger guy. I don't remember his name.
And are those guys, how are they related to Kenny?
I don't know.
Are they related or are they just friends? Or?
I don't think so, they're related, but when I got there, they had already stayed at the house where we would rent a room.
At Lindsay?
They were already staying there for at least maybe 2 days around there, or maybe a little longer from what I heard. And at that point, I was hanging out with them because he saw that it helping them do that lick, you know. And he was sure that he had those tires sold, you know.
At what point did Amber, you said that, just correct me if I'm wrong though, but I'm trying to understand and follow you along here. I know we jumped around a little bit, but you said that Kenny had given the gun that he stole from that house on Lindsay, that he had give that to Amber to try to get something for it.
Yeah.
Do you remember how that, or what, like when she took it, did she actually physically take the gun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did take it out.
What time was that at when she took the gun?
I wouldn't be sure.
Was it nighttime?
Yeah, it was dirty night. It was right in between. You could still see a little bit, kind of. No, it was in night, like dark, but you could see a little bit of light still. Cause, no, I could say it was in. Yeah, it was still there. There was still a little bit of daylight. Do you know what I mean by daylight? Like, not too bright, but not too dark.
Okay.
And she had left, and
Did she leave from the room?
And I remember that when she left from the room, Kenny forgot to put something in the gun. And I remember that's when I opened the door.
Okay. And then she came back.
And yeah, and then she came back. And
What was she carrying the gun in?
I think her bag, because she took her bike.
Okay.
She was always using the bike with the younger little dude.
Who's the younger little dude?
I don't remember his name, but he would call Amber mom.
Okay.
But I would ask her, like, was that your son? Like, he was like 18. Or if maybe 17 around there. And I thought it was her kid. And he said, no, they just know each other from the street or whatever. And that she was taking care of him. And he went going back and forth getting us like drinks and doing little errands that they need, whatever. So at that point, Amber left to go and see if they could get something for the gun. And then at that point, it was just me, Kenny, and the other two dudes, the munchies, and can't remember his name.
Okay, and then what happened after that?
And then me and Kenny were in one bed, and then they were on another. I remember we had gone to the store, but we couldn't get like normal food, not like junk food. And they had offered to go to the store for us, to the gas station. And at that point, Kenny was already kind of, I couldn't really feel it, like wanting to start an argument. Started telling me about the argument about this.
Did you guys have this?
No, we went to the store, but we came back with, and that was us four. Those are two dudes, and then me and him.
Yeah, we came here.
Yeah, and we were carrying like a few bags,
Yeah.
and that's when we parked the car. Like
What store did you guys go to?
Speedway.
The one right there, close by, or a different one?
No, that was not close by the house. It was probably a little down the road from there.
Okay.
Cause then there was some Coors.
Across the freeway with the other way.
Like how the hotel was in the freeway. This was the freeway to the hotel, like on the other side, like towards kind of the city, or
Okay. Good.
like going like towards Coors instead of going through the highway and all that, going like down Coors.
Okay, so go on.
Yeah, there was the Smiths and the taco place around there.
So that's Speedway.
Yeah, that Speedway, and then we from that we went back. We went back to the hotel, and that's when the other two guys left me and Kenny alone. They had left to go and get us some sandwiches, and I remember before they even left, he started telling me that I shouldn't, like, what's the word that he used? Gaslight. It's a gaslight. Like, kind of lying or kind of going on circle or gaslighting.
Mm-hmm.
Gaslighting.
Gaslighting.
Yeah, he would tell me, like, to stop gaslighting him, to stop lying to him. And actually, if I was being a whore or selling my body, at least I should let him in, so we could rob these fools together. And it was never like that. Like, he would always thought like I was always up to no good. I don't know why I never showed him like any different. Like he didn't rain, clothes clean, everything. And he started arguing about how some girls, her name's G, they call her G anyways.
What are they called?
G.
G?
Mm-hmm. That G went and told him that I was over there at Frank's house. This is a completely different Frank than the other Frank.
So many things, okay.
The other one, I think they call him Frank Dog. I think this one just Frank. And she kept telling him, okay, I went to go to meet him, and I went to his apartment, and that in his apartment, he found some of my gel pens and my tutor and a few other things that had nothing to do with me, because I was never at the house. Like, I never went to anybody's house to meet him, except I met that guy and that girl once at Walgreens. So from there, like, when I went into a big old story that I went and told him that I was sleeping with him, and he's so ugly, like, why are you sleeping with him? Like, they already came and told me. So that point, these guys were just quiet, like they didn't even want nothing to do with, and like I kept kind of going with it, like I would tell him like I don't.
Which guys were quiet?
Munchies and the other guy.
Okay, I thought you said they left to go get sandwiches.
No, before I said before they left.
Oh, okay. All right.
Before they left, it was already starting like an argument before they left. So that's when they started. Like they were just quiet, and he was kind of at it, but in a calm way. Like he kind of was talking. Oh, I'm not getting mad, and just calm me. And that's when she said, "Oh well, didn't you guys want us to go get sandwiches or some more munchies from the Speedway?" And that's when I gave him the EBT card that some black people went. You saw that a girl and a guy went in the room, and they were selling the food stamps, and that's whose card that was. And that's when they both left, and they left me and Kenny alone. So when me and Kenny were alone, we were just talking. We were just, he was peaceful, telling me that I shouldn't lie to him no more. That he wanted to move forward. All he wanted was the best for me, and and like I told him, I was like, "Oh, you want the best for me when you always think I'm lying. Like you're not gonna make a life like that. If you really think like everything that I say is a lie, And that's probably the calmest words I ever told him. Besides I can't stay and I just stay quiet, just ignore it. And at that point, he wanted it. He started hugging me, kissing, but he had already done a shot.
A shot of what?
Of meth.
Oh, man.
Meth. So we were in the process of me and him talking, and he was explaining to me I shouldn't cheat on him no more, and this and that, because he thought I cheated on him, his brother, and then if this guy would come to the house, I cheated too. And it was just constantly me cheating, and don't you need a little bit more time to cheat, not just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and it was just always excuses, and me and him talking in time, I was like, I came up here because I felt bad, you were trying, and I see it, but you trying to do something physically doesn't mean that you're trying inside of me, Beverly. And, you're not trying because it's ever since I got here, you do your little comments here and there. Where he got up I got a breath weird, and I stood up. I was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And he's I guess he had done the shot or whatever, and it had got to him. I guess it got him out of breath, and he started sweating and shaking and really weird. And I told him, "Hey, come sit down, what do I do?" I was like, "I'm not prepared for something like that, a situation, if you door those over, man, I don't know what to do." I was like, "At least I know," and that's how I helped my baby daddy. He was just gone. And he just sat down and he's all, "Well, come lay with me." And I was laying with him, he kind of come down, and that's when they knocked Munchies, and then they're already back. And they told that the gas station was already closed. They couldn't get anything because it was closed, and so they came in the room, and I remember Kenny wanted to shower while we were waiting for Amber. This was already one maybe. If I remember, I was probably one because I got a text from Amber saying something about the gun that I wasn't gonna be worth the amount that he said that it was worth less, and I remember me and him went to the car to go get a bag with my clothes and stuff like that. Then they were in the room. That's when they had already come from the store, and I went to go get the bag, and Kenny insisted that he wanted to look for his phone, so he couldn't find his phone. Couldn't find it. We looked everywhere. No, he couldn't find his phone. So he started searching the car. That car is not mine. They just sent it to me, and get rights, and that thing. So he got this guy's phone,
Whose phone?
Ernesto.
How did Ernest's phone stay was in the car? How did that happen?
He just forgot it there, but he wasn't that phone wasn't active. He had already. I guess he needed to pay or buy a card or whatever, for probably like a few days before all this. So I guess he had forgot it in the car, and that afternoon, we were already paranoid because I thought that Ernesto had called a cop for the car. So they're gonna call it, like, I was like, might as well, like, I'm already, like, over here helping you do the exam. We're taking the car that's supposed to take at 6, 7 in the morning. Like, I'm already all off. Like, what else could go wrong? And remember we went for my bag, and he started searching for his phone, and he found Ernesto's phone. So at that point, he's always been nosy. So he's like, yeah, we wanted to see it. And he's turned down the phone. And he's always, because I gotta turn on the location in case they give away with the, so they wouldn't come to us, And he grabbed her new one, and he's just turned it on. At that point, I'm helping him look for his phone and putting all the stuff in the bag. And he tells me, I want to go for a walk to La Quinta. And I was like, for what? Like, what do you want to go for a walk for La Quinta? And, I wanted to see if this comes there because he wasn't money. And I was like, I thought you wanted to go take a shower, and this is already late. He's like, yeah, let's go for a walk. So we went for a walk. That whole walk that we took, it was just him reading messages that had nothing to do with me at all. That's what it leads to.
Messages from her?
There's messages from me texting Ernesto. There's messages from Ernesto messaging some guy that he knows, but that he met in completely different circumstances that has nothing to do with Gabby. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So he thinks that I'm over here texting this guy that he knows about, but he didn't introduce him to Ernesto or nothing like that because he met that guy in Peco.
Just Kenny, not Ernesto?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys go to a walk. What's the route that you guys take when you guys go to La Quinta?
We just go straight, like it was like a semi, I think, chip semi.
Did you guys go out to the street and then around?
No, it was like from the car we just kept going straight, and I remember there was like the sidewalk, but on the sidewalk there was like a middle, kind of like a gate, but like you could open it and maybe it could be on the entrance.
Yeah.
It was a metal thing, and we went like around that little thing, and it was because I know this is like if we go straight from the hotel, then you go this way, you kind of go out to the road. If you go this way, it kind of goes to the little sidewalk, and then to the entrance of La Quinta.
Okay.
So that's where we went. We went to the little route of the sidewalk, kind of, and semi, whatever. And we went all around. Like we went as soon as you go in, we all walked all around it. And then while we were walking around it, he kept reading all these text messages, and he read some text messages that I sent Ernesto, and I told you that I left him sleeping and I left. So he kind of got hold of like a grudge on that. And the thing is, with him, he would hold the grudge for once, and like if we have an argument, he would have old argument with the new argument, and then make another argument. So it's 3 arguments different. And then after he was done with the arguments, if he wasn't okay with it, like start on the same argument again. So when we were walking back, he started reading messages, and well, you talked to such and such. I was like, that's not my phone. And that's kind of like, and I started the argument. That's not my phone. Why are you trying to start a fight? I was like, since earlier, I was like, I could see that you're trying to start a fight and a fight or an argument. I was like, you're just not happy if you don't know how to argue. So he started walking back and he started reading all these messages and he started linking them up with me. And, oh yeah, look at what you were using his phone to call your stepdad because you fucked your stepdad. I was like, how in the world do you get a mind like that? It's like, you think so wrong about everybody that, not everybody thinks like that. And that's what started our fight, is because Ernesto was my stepdad. Like, he's a family friend, like, not just the neighbor, but he's a family friend. Like, he goes and helps my mom with the yards and all that. And then I stayed completely single when my second baby daddy went to jail. You know, I stayed single with 2 kids, like, throwing out the trashes, firewood, all that stuff. So he was on to help, you know? And yeah, he kind of drew a thing for me, you know, Ernesto. But I have always been honest with him, and he knew about Kenny, and I have always been honest to that guy. There's nothing else between me and you but the friendship, and if you can't understand that, we can't be friends anymore. And for him to sit there and say that he's a lover, he's not. I have never kissed that guy ever in my life, or nothing like that. Like, and we started walking back. At that point, like, kids started putting, what the hell is his name? Fatty. I guess he knows Fatty from Pinta. Pinta is what they call it. Pinta?
Prison?
He already knows Fatty from there.
Who's Fatty?
Some guy from, I guess, I met that guy in Pecos. Has nothing to do with Kenny. Like, we met him totally separate. But I guess Kenny knew him from there. So at that point, he's already putting that text messages that he said that I'm over sleeping with him and this and that and that.
So he sees Fatty on the text messages.
He's gonna take the text messages and Ernesto's all texting him something about some money that he owes him, whatever. It had nothing, like, if you know, it had nothing to do with me. And like, at the time, that's not my phone. Or you used it because you were there trying to get
What color is that phone that you're talking about? What kind of phone is it?
black.
Black.
Ernesto's one or his one?
Yeah, Ernesto's phone.
Yeah, it was like black, and then if you would open it, had a picture of a little dog.
What is does Ernesto have a password for you?
Yeah,
Do you know it? So did you open it for?
I opened it for Kenny, and
What's the password on that phone for?
it goes like you know how there's a bunch of little
Symbols?
dots, little dots.
I'll do it like this.
Yeah, they're like a bunch of little dots, and it's just a G.
Do that right there.
It's like a, it's cool. And I opened it for him because he wanted to. He just wanted to like watch videos and stuff like that. And then it's nothing bad. And then
What's your password, real quick? Before I forgot to ask you earlier. I'm sorry. Do you have a password on your phone? What is it?
84.
What is that?
84.
84. What do you mean? Just
It's like a code. Like it's not a symbol thing or nothing. You just put the numbers on it.
okay. What's the numbers?
84.
Just 2 numbers? 84.
No, it's 84.
Oh, okay. 84.
06.
06. Okay, sorry. I usually try to do that.
No, it's really like they put like a few numbers, like 6 numbers and all.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do that.
It's too much.
In the symbols, either like, and the reason I put a lot to it because like I got tired of start getting into my phone, buying games and stuff.
So what happened to Ernesto's phone? So you guys come back. Tell me from there.
We're walking, and as we start walking, Curry like tell like kind of that like, and it's why like like I guess when you know a person, you just you know like here we go again, like you know you feel it like by the tone of his voice. I was like, here we go again. Like, I felt like I should have just stayed home. And then like, oh wow, like look at this text messages, and you're over here calling your stepdad, and that's because you accused me of me sleeping with my stepdad over a picture of that. You send a normal picture from a little table with the TV stand. It's a TV stand with the TV, and he gets that I slept with. he had that type of mentality, like he would go and pictures, colors, and all that to just try to get to catch me cheating. And then we like went to the room and we had gone to the car because I was gonna get the bag so we could shower. And at that point, I was like, you know what, forget it. Like I'm not even gonna go there because like he's gonna start fighting. And so I just went and got what did I get from the car? Oh yeah, it was a little pack of cigarettes that I got.
Did you go by yourself?
No, he went with me, and he was kind of when I opened the car, I was kind of looking in the bag, and he was kind of standing in the back of the car, and he started kind of starting to like talking. So I closed the door and like I kept walking, and he seems like he wanted to stay behind. Like when I kept calling, I was like, "You gonna come? Are you gonna come?" And yeah. So we got to the room, like he just started reading, like he wouldn't pay attention to anything else, and he like started calling me names and stuff like that. So I don't remember exactly why the other two guys had to leave the room, because I thought like at that point I was telling Kenny, let's shower then, because if we had to shower. So I was already getting the stuff ready and all that, and I was just paying so much like attention to, because if you read something and you don't like it, it's gonna like automatically like and I was just like looking at it like hopefully like he doesn't, and I don't know, the other guys told Kenny why they left, that they would be right back, and I didn't think that the answer, we just got in the bathroom, and I remember me taking like showering, and he wouldn't get in, and that's when he started like, "Oh, you're a little disrespectful, bitch. How dare you, like, do that?" And he was pretty much talking about like how I would tell Ernesto that day that I left him sleeping. Why would I leave him like that instead of actually like waking him up and saying, you know what, I'm leaving. I can't do this. I'm leaving. And then I started telling him, I was like, "Are you crazy? Like, you think me talking to you like that, you're gonna like act normal? Okay, like go, like we'll talk later." I was like, "No, it's not gonna go that way. Like you know that." And, I jumped in the shower, I started showering, and he wouldn't get in, I was like, "Well, are you gonna get in or no?" And he tells me, "No, I don't want sloppy seconds or something like that." I was like, "Oh my god!" And I told him like, "Oh my god, are you serious?" Like. And I just took a deep breath. I was like, you know what, whatever. I'm just gonna just stay quiet. And so he didn't jump in the shower or nothing. I ended up getting out, and at that point he was already like talking shit to me, like I don't know what the hell I do with you. Like I deserve way more better, and I'm not. So I changed and everything, and I got all my stuff and I put it on the bed. And I remember I was picking up some colored pencil, no, gel pens in the little bag. And when I was picking them up, like, I remember exactly what he told me. That he told me, like, "Are you gonna talk to me?" I don't know exactly, remember exactly what he told me that. And then I told him, like, are you crazy? Are you gonna start again? And just with those words, he came around, because he was standing I'm standing on this side of the bed, and he was standing on the other side. And just because I said those words, like kind of in a loud voice, I could say, like he's telling me that I'm disrespecting him, like and I'm talking to him like he's a punk.
And what did you say again? That he got upset?
Huh?
What did you say that he got upset?
I told him like, "Are you crazy?" I thinking again like that, like because he was talking about me sleeping with my stepdad, or me sleeping with, oh my god, like I had already like 10 cheats and I didn't even know, and that's another thing I told him. I was like, "I already cheated on you 10 times. I was like, and I didn't even know about this. And you're like, you keep putting things on me and putting things on me." And I told him that's one thing why we're not, we're not together. And Tony told me about my stepdad. I told him, "Oh, like, are you serious? Like, are you crazy by thinking like that?" And he came around the bed, and he's already done, a shot and everything. And he comes around the bed and he tells me, talk to me like a bitch again. And I like once I see those eyes like that, like I already know, tells me like talk to me like I'm a bitch again, like come on. And I just looked at him like he just stayed quiet and I didn't want to say anything. And then, Joanna, come on, talk to me like I'm a bitch. You want to talk to me like a bitch? I treat you like a man. And I just stay quiet and like I don't want, like I told him I don't want to fight. Like I'm not sleeping with any of them.
Where were you guys standing at that time?
We're standing like right next to each
But like, where at?
other. There's a bed, then there's another bed. We're standing on another bed on the other side. Kind of by the our fan or the AC.
Well, just so I understand exactly where it's at, I'm gonna have you just draw out the room. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Just so you can get a good visual. So like, just draw like where the door's at, and then the room, the bed, the way it is. That way, when you explain it to me, I can understand it.
Oh, this is like the door, right? You can see the doors here. Kind of like right here's the window. Right here's like an AC.
Okay.
What I remember. See. And then like right here is the center of the door, and there's like a little table. Okay, and then the TV. And then there's like I think another kind of table, like a long table like that. And then there's a chair. Like that. And then over here there's like a bed. And a little stand to the bed. And then over here there's a door. Tell that. And there's a door over here, the toilet or whatever, and then there's a sink. So when we were walking out, like, and I told him, like, are you serious? Like, you could think, excuse me.
It's okay.
I was doing crazy by thinking like that, like he was standing over here, but checking on the phone, like you wouldn't leave that phone. And I was over here putting all the, because there was a bunch.
You guys are about this bed.
Yeah, this one. And on the bed, like, I don't know what happened, but they didn't have sheets, they didn't have nothing, they're all over the place. And the girl that, like, that Amber brought, there was a bunch of eggs, like, of munchies and stuff. And I remember putting, like, me cleaning that bed while we were arguing. And I put all this stuff, like, right here, but there was a bunch of stuff still. So when I told him, like, are you crazy, like, thinking like that, like, he walked around like that. I walked around and, like, he stood, like, right in front of me, like, right in front of me, and told me, like, call me a liar again. Call me a liar again. And, like, he gets this look in his eye, like, I didn't want to say anything. I was like, I'm not calling you a liar, but I'm telling you I didn't do it, like, I'm not doing that. And he's lied to me one more time. After I told him that I was true, like, I was slept with him. I wasn't calling him to get to him or partying for my birthday because he thought I was partying that Friday. So that Friday I was partying, and then I came that Saturday to, to play around with him. I don't know what the hell, like, and I told him, like, me and my stepdad have always been respectful. Like, that's like my dad. It's like, just because you saw an image on something that you think, like, you put contrast and colors, and from a little mirror on the stand, from that little glass on the stand, I guess there's reflections to the couch or whatever. He started going colors, and big old story out of a picture with the stand, TV stand. And he started saying, I started Bill Horks. I slept with him, and because he found the number on Ernesto's phone, he thought I was using it to call him and get together, whatever. But no, Ernesto and my stepdad know each other. And, he actually started helping my parents before he stopped. Started helping me because at that time I had my second baby daddy, and he was living with me. And so I didn't really pay him.
What happened over there afterwards?
So after he starts telling me I was a liar and all this still insists that I was sleeping with my stepdad. I just told him no, I'm not sleeping with him. And from there, like, I remember he just got this, like, from me saying I'm not lying, from me telling him that I didn't sleep with my stepdad, he just throws me on the bed and, like, just grabs me, like, right here. And you could feel, like, I could feel, like, the way he was squeezing my throat. And then he throws me, and when he puts his hand, like, he already had his hand on my throat and kind of pulled me back. And at that point, he like just put all his weight on me. And I remember me trying like to kind of grab his hand and try to kind of put him on. And that's when I started kind of seeing black, like to the point where I was already pretty much not. Like, my hair was going off, and like all I could remember was like just that look on his face, and I was trying to get him off. And I remember like when I looked up on him, and I didn't see it. And then after like he saw like I couldn't breathe no more, and I was already like to wait the pill. He put his body on. And at that point, like already went in here, and it kind of started like I don't know what my energy kind of went out. Like I couldn't. That's when he kind of let that pillow go. And I was just laying there trying to get my hair back. He just like puts his hand back all he can. Just slapping me hard, really, really hard.
He did what?
He slaps me.
He slaps.
Like really hard. Like just like if he's gonna slap someone, just like on your chin and on your throat. Like hard. And at that point it made like a noise because it hurt, you know? But I couldn't like come back. Like I was barely coming back again. And when he did that, like, he's like, come on, call me a liar again. And he's like, you're not gonna tell me the truth, you're gonna keep gaslighting like you do. And I couldn't talk or say anything, and at the point I kept looking out the window to make sure that nobody was coming. So he turns around and gives me another one. Slaps me again, the same place. And was trying to and he gets me up and starts telling me, come on, Joanna, like, I thought you wanted to treat me like a little bitch. And I didn't say anything. And he pulls me back to he tries to pull me back to, like, that other bed. And then, like, he takes, like, a walk, like he just goes, like, pace back, like, 2 or 3 steps back. And then he comes back again and, like, see, this is what you do to me, like, why do you keep lying to me, like, you know? Why do you keep lying to me? Like, why do you keep calling all these fools? Why do you want them? He's all, don't you understand? Like, all I want you is for me. And I tell him, like, I don't have any of them. Like, I don't have any of them.
Sorry.
And at that point, he tries to hug me. And I'm just sitting on the bed, like, on the same bed like that, because all that happened on this bed. And he tries, like, to kind of say sorry and stuff, you know? And at the time, I'm just grabbing, like, my throat, and it hurt so bad, because when he grabbed it, he's squeezing something inside, like, I felt it bad. And he hugged me, like, I'm sorry, like, you're not, I want to lose you, but you drive me crazy every time you go. And every time you go out partying. And I looked at him, and I didn't know what to say, like, because at this point, like, I answer, I get hit, I don't answer, I still get hit. You know it. So he started like seeing that I'm not responding and that I'm not taking his apology, and he tells me, you're not gonna take my apology, like you're not gonna say anything, you're just gonna say I was like, what do you want me to say? I'm barely getting back. I noticed what you just did to me. And he goes back to the same thing again. And like we start arguing again. You know what, you stupid bitch, like get the fuck back to the fucking back of the room, and that's over here to the bathroom. Like he was trying to take me to the bathroom so he wouldn't come back to like So you couldn't from the window to the door, you couldn't hear me crying or any type of yelling or anything like that. No. So at that point, he starts he's all grabbing me from my hair, and he's all pushing me, pushing me. So I started walking to the back of the room to the bathroom, and I saw his gun. And he was kind of looking back, but he was you could feel he was next to me. And when I looked back, I tried walking fast to try and get it. He grabs me, I get it, and I kind of point at it, but it wasn't. I guess you're supposed to put it back. And I pointed and it didn't. I pointed and oh, you stupid bitch. So that's when he threw me on this other bed, and that's when he punches me. He's like, you want to point a gun? You want to point a gun at me? You stupid bitch. Don't you know? I'll bury you alive and I'll make you fucking disappear.
Where did he punch you? And which bed were you guys on at the time?
We're on this one, but on this bed. Because I kind of went fast to try and grab it.
Where was the gun at?
The sink, I got a sink. It's like a big, it's like a long sink, and then the sink, and it was there. And right there, I was maybe if I scare him off, I'll just get out. I'll just get out, and he won't, because I got so scared that I almost blacked out. He almost got me this time, and the last time it wasn't as close, but this time he did get me. I saw black, and I thought I wasn't gonna make it. And then at that point, I got up and I was just dazed and confused. I was what the hell? And that's when he told me to go to the back by the bathroom. He told me go to the fucking bathroom. That's what he said. But then I'm walking, and as I'm coming back, trying to get myself back, I see it, and yeah, sure enough, when I see it and I turn back, try putting it on him, he grabs it from my hand and throws me on the bed, and
So who has the gun at that time?
he does.
Okay. So after you said he punches you and you pointed to your right eye, what happens after that?
Right there, he punches me, and I hear the door, and he gets scared, thinking that I already called the cops or something, because I did kind of yell. I did kind of yell. And he's all, you stupid bitch, they call the cops, and and when he thought that they had opened that there's someone that's not, my bed was there, so he kind of got up, and I kind of rushed him, and that's when he kind of fell in between the two beds, and I just took off running. I just grabbed whatever was in my bag, which I had dropped so many things in there, and I grabbed my bag, and in the bag was just my keys and my cell phone, and there was Ernesto's cell phone in there too, and I just take off running from there. Well, not running, but kind of in a fast pace. Then I just take off fast from there. And at that time, Amber was already texting me to tell him, but I never answered Amber's calls, nothing.
So you said you rushed him. So you kind of lost me. You kind of either went too fast or I missed it. So you said he punches you in the right eye, and then you said you yell. He said he hears something at the door.
When he punched me, I yelled.
Okay.
And he feels like someone's some knocking, but it was on the top
Okay.
tier.
So does he go to the, what
No,
he
he just when he punched me, he got scared, and he sees me bleeding, because I started bleeding a lot from my nose and all that. And he turned, he goes up at the time, I don't really remember much, I was just kind of, because he kind of knocked me out, but I don't know why I didn't really go down. And then when he goes, go up like that to check, because he had me, just kind of went, punched me. And I was just kind of, fighting my way out, but one of the times he just punched me. And when he punched me, I heard the noise, and I just kind of, when we were wrestling, I just kind of threw him up. And that's when I took off running, and he fell in with all the sheets and stuff like that. I tried to look back and see if he came, and that's when he was trying to like to get up, and I just kind of not fully closed the door, and that's when I kind of walking in a like fast pace.
I know this is hard for you, so I'm going to give you a minute for a second. We're going to take a little break. I know we've been in for a little bit. I still want to ask you some questions, but before I ask you a bunch of questions, I want to give you a little break, okay? I bet you drink some Coke. I'm gonna leave this diagram in here, just right here to the side, okay? And don't touch it because I'm gonna have you. I want to make sure I understand it right. So when I come back in, we're gonna talk a little bit more, and I'm probably gonna ask you some more questions, okay? I just need to know. I mean, this is a pretty fast evolving, kind of fast. I mean, it's slow, kind of moving up to. There's a lot of history, but then there's like a lot of things that happen there, and I want to make sure I understand them right, okay? Because I want to get your side of the story, and thank you for telling me thus far everything that you've told me, because I believe I need to know the whole truth, okay? Because I need your side, okay? So, are you doing okay with the Coke? I know you want a cigarette. I'm gonna try to find you one when we're all done here, but give me just a couple minutes. I gotta use the restroom because I'm a little bit older, so forgive me for that. But and then I'm gonna come back in and ask you some questions. Okay?
You think I could use the bathroom?
Yeah, I think so. Let me see if I can figure out. I don't think we have any lady officers, but maybe we can walk you in there and let you go in by yourself. Okay? So hang tight for a little bit. Let me take a look at this. And I'll be right back, and we'll see if we can both take a little break, bathroom break, right? So I want to talk a little bit about. Get my computer a little bit. There is the incident there at the room. I know we left off with. I'm gonna summarize a little bit after you guys came back. This is a sketch you had. I'm going to pull out the pen in case you need to do something, because I want you to tell me where you were at again. From my understanding, after you guys came back from the room, the other two guys leave, correct? Mm-hmm. And you guys go out. You said you guys go out to your car to get a bag. You come back in. You're taking a shower. He doesn't want to get a shower.
Well, before the bag, we had already went from the walk. We go straight to the car.
Okay.
To get the bag.
Okay.
And then, I didn't end up getting the bag because I told me, I wasn't gonna have it, because of.
So you didn't get a bag?
No, so I just went and got the pack of cigarettes, and we just went back to the room. Okay. And he had the cell phone the whole time.
What were you carrying at the time when you went back in?
A little black bag.
Black bag? Is it a black bag, like a backpack, or like a black bag, like a purse? Or?
Yeah, like a purse, like a little carrier, like.
Okay. What do you carry in that?
My contacts, my cell phone, cigarettes, like you name it, just little things like that.
Okay. So then you go to the shower, you say, and then
we both go into the bathroom.
Bathroom, but you get in the shower, and he does not get in the shower.
No, he stays out in the toilet.
Does he get undressed?
No.
Okay. And you say he's looking at the phone the whole time?
Without showering.
No, without showering, okay. And then you said that you guys come back out here, and you say that you guys have. Do me a favor, because I have two X's here now. I'm already confused. Which one is you? What side are you on? What side of the bed?
Remember when I first started telling you, when he started arguing, and when he told me to call him a liar again, or call him a bitch again.
Yes.
I told you that he was standing on this side.
Okay, so this is him.
Yeah.
Put a for a K. Put a K there for Kenny, just so I know. And then you're on this side, so put a J, so we know where you're at. That pen writing okay?
Yeah, just make me vision. And that's when when he was in there, we started arguing. And he kind of told me to call him a liar or a bitch, and that's when he went across like that.
Okay.
And then that's when he got like on my face and started telling me like to call him a bitch again or a liar.
And then you said that he throws you on the bed.
And another time, like he gets mad because after he would ask me like 3 times, right?
Okay.
He'd ask me 3 times to tell him the truth, and like I told him I can't say something I didn't do. Like, how do you want me to admit to something I didn't do? You know, just to make you happier for because you want to hear it? No. And you know, every time I tried telling him like the truth, he didn't believe it, so he thought it was a lie. So that's where we got out, where he told me, like, got on my face and said to call me Larry, and that's when I started telling him, like, I didn't sleep with him, and that's when he threw me and, like, right away with putting hands in my neck.
You said he put his hands around your neck and started to squeeze your throat.
And he put, like, all his weight on it, like,
And then what? I'm sorry.
he put all his weight, and he was trying to choke me.
Can you do me a favor? Just kind of go like this. I can see your throat a little bit. Pull down your shirt just a little bit so I can see your throat. Okay. Whereabouts was he grabbing you? Just right there. Okay. On the sides. Okay. Okay. And then you say he put his body weight on you, and you started to see black.
I'm, like, blacking out.
Blacking out. Okay. So did you lose consciousness or no?
Not completely.
Okay. Not conscious.
But somewhere when you start reading and, you know, like the tingling and stuff.
Okay. And then you were trying to get him off. How were you trying to get him off?
When he was like on top of me, like I had like his hand right here because he was like squeezing it so hard. Like I was trying to like to get him off, and then with his hand I was trying to like, kind of push him off. Like, I'm kind of
So
trying to push him off.
when you guys were on, when you said throw you on the bed. Which bed were you on when he threw you on the bed? This one.
Yeah.
When he's on top of you, how is he on top of you? Can you describe that? Do you remember?
Yeah, I'm just trying to put like
Okay.
myself on this like position. Like,
Okay.
trying to remember he was a left hand on it. But he had this hand on my throat.
Like the left hand.
Yeah, so when he's grabbing me, like facing towards the other, like the bed like that, but he's coming from this side of the bed. Like, let's say the bed is
From
here,
this side right here or this side of the bed?
this side.
Okay.
So when he comes, like, let's say this is the bed, he's on top right here, but he's grabbing me with this hand on my throat, putting it down like that, and like putting all his body weight.
Is he on top of you with his body weight, or is he on the side of you?
No, he's on top of me, fully on top of me.
Okay. So then you say he puts a pillow on top of you.
Right after he takes his hand off my throat, he puts the pillow on top, like on my head, and starts squeezing me, like starts to, I guess, suffocate me with it.
So when you say you took a shower, and I forgot to ask you this a little while ago, so I'm going to kind of go back just a little bit, and I apologize for that. But when you took a shower, you said something you did get dressed again, right? Mm-hmm. What did you get dressed in?
Some black leggings.
Black leggings? So before you took a shower, what were you doing?
I was wearing some jeans.
Some jeans? So you're wearing jeans before, and then what kind of top or something?
Yeah, like a whitish, tannish kind of shirt.
So then that's before the shower, right? And then after the shower, you changed into.
I kind of put the same thing, but like the same thing, but like I had leggings before, like for a while because we don't have towels.
Okay.
We had no towels whatsoever. So I put the leggings in
What color were the leggings?
black.
So black leggings. And
And you didn't. I left some of my clothes there.
you left some of your clothes in? Okay. What kind of top are you wearing after the shower?
The same one.
Okay. So like the tan shirt, white or tan shirt?
Yeah, like it's khaki color.
Okay. So then, I apologize for that. You're laying trying to catch your breath. So when you're laying there, describe laying there trying to catch your breath.
I'm just like laying on my back completely.
Okay.
And I was just kind of grabbing my throat. Like,
Where was he at when you were trying to catch your breath?
he like kind of, if he's on this side.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like kind of like that. Like sideways.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I was right here.
Okay.
And like, I was just like literally like just.
You can draw like a little stick figure, like little with your arms out or whatever. If you remember your arms out or not, I don't know.
And I was just grabbing like kind of my throat and like my mouth kind of.
With your heads in this corner and your feet are kind of
I think across the bed, like just
Okay.
like, you know.
And where was he at?
And after he took the pillow off of me, like I was trying to breathe, and I grabbed my, like I was kind of like, remember I was in and out, and I remember he got off the bed like this way, got off the bed, and we got off the bed, like he went and looked to the window, and he made sure that there was no, like if they didn't call no cops or someone that would come in into the room, or you know what I mean.
Okay.
Like he right away called me, and then like right when he opened the thing to see if someone was coming, he right away closed it and looked at me. Oh, get up, like stop lying, like.
What did he open?
The blind.
The blind?
Yeah, like not to like just to take a
Okay.
pic to look and see if nobody was coming, and then he right away turned back and told me like stop lying, I didn't even do nothing to you, and and then like he kept telling me like, well, that's what you get, you stupid whore, and I remember he was like when I was gonna get up, he just like went all like with his arm all the way back and just hit me like I
That's when he slaps you really hard on the left side underneath your chin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I was sitting like kind of like in the bed like that, like if I was doing like that, and I got up and yeah, like right here, and then he did that, and then like probably like within a minute, like the other one.
Okay, so he waits about a minute, and then he does it again on the same strange spot. Can you show me again right there? Where?
It was just like swollen, it's all right here.
Okay. And then he says you wanted to treat me like a bitch. He steps back. Oh, he steps back. He said he steps
After
back.
the slap?
Yeah.
After the 2 slaps?
Yeah.
Yeah, he steps back because he's I mean, from the slap and all that, of course, I'm gonna be like, like, kind of do like, not even fully yell, but it's like a little, like, kind of loud, like, and like, right, like, he felt like I was making some type of noise or whatever, that he felt like he needed to go and look back. Like, he was paranoid because, first of all, where he was at, he's a felon. That's what he was worried about. And then he has his own guns, drugs, all that. So to him, like, he doesn't want to go back or anything. He's always watching his surroundings, and that's what it was like. And he knew that me and him were fighting, and we're in a hotel room. Like, of course, they're gonna call the cops or feel some type of way if they see us fighting.
Sure. And then you said he tries to hug you. She tries to hug you, and then you tell him you drive me crazy, or he tells you that you drive me crazy.
No, he drive me crazy. Like, I don't know.
You told him that?
He told me that.
He told you that.
Told me you drive me crazy. I don't know why you do all these things and why you cheat on me, and that's what I tell him. Like, I don't cheat on you. Like, it's all in your head. And like that's when he like he's all, I'm sorry, like I don't mean to treat you like that. Like I'm crazy and like at that point I'm already in tears, you know.
And then he tells you to get to the back of the room.
Yeah, right after he like kind of apologized, and I was like so hurt, like, and what I mean by hurt, like inside of me, like my heart, like that happened again, you know. That had like, to my understanding, like in the text messages, he sounded happy and he honestly wanted to work on things, but it happened again, and that's why I was like holding kind of my crying, not because it was, he said it was too loud, so for me to stop crying, and like I couldn't stop it, you know.
Gotcha. So then he says he's grabbing you from the hair, and he tells you to go to the bag.
Yeah.
That's when you seen the gun.
Yeah, like he tells me like, you know, I'm sorry and all that, like I didn't answer appropriately how you wanted. So he tells me like, oh, you're not gonna say nothing no more, apologizing to you, and you're like, that's all you do, like, you don't even give a fuck about me. And that's where he goes back again, telling me about, oh yeah, all you care about is fucking dick, and you know, starts treating me like a tramp again. And that's when I wouldn't stop crying, like I couldn't stop crying, and he kept telling me like, shut up, like, you stop crying, and I would like hold my hair and try not to make, you know, noise, so, and that's when we're like sitting there, and he, like, say we're sitting here, and as I see he apologizes, and I was in tears, like, he felt like, because we were by the window and the door, he kept checking the window, you know, and that's when he told me, like he snapped again, and it would go from, like, happy, and then mad happy, and then, violent, not violent, and then, like, happy, and then, like, it kind of, so most of the day, like, it stayed, like, happy for an hour or so, and it's like, it was, like, snap, like, I never knew when he could be happier, if there was something that could, you know, he might not like, or,
Sure.
you know.
And I'm just going to I know you've described his behavior quite a bit, and I'm getting a good picture of what you're telling me he was like. But you said you seen the gun by the sink, that's back here in the kitchen, in the bathroom. And then you said what did you do with the gun?
I didn't.
Where was the gun at? Could you draw over a little, put gun, just like.
So this is right here, this is where the toilet was
Okay.
with the door.
Okay.
And then right here there's a sink.
Okay.
And then the gun was like right here.
Okay.
And, yeah, like he had left it because we had got in out of the bathroom, but he never showered, like, because as I was showering, he just kept talking, you know, getting more mad and aggravated. And
Did you see him put the gun there?
yeah.
And that was at what point did he put the gun there?
He see my purse and all that. I always keep it up here, and when we were gonna shower, he took it out of his pocket.
Okay.
So he took out his pocket, and because we were gonna shower, he put it with my stuff.
Okay.
So he didn't shower, and he had his reasons or whatever. When he got out, he grabbed it,
Okay.
and he got out first, and he put it back, like he put it there, like he got out because
He put it in his pocket or back in his pocket?
No, he put it back on the counter, not back on the counter, but he put it on the counter.
Okay.
And I just walked like behind him, and I just walked like towards the bed, and that's when all of this started. That's right after the shower. Okay. And then this altercation happened.
All this happened, but when he tells you to go back to the room, you said you seen the gun.
Yeah, like he tells me go back to the room if you're gonna be all crying and so. And I honestly thought he had the gun because he doesn't not be without gun anywhere. Like he has like 24/7. It's in his hand, or it's in some area on him because.
Okay.
And that's when he tells me to go back to the room because I'm being so loud, and like he didn't do nothing to me, and that I was gonna make these people call the cops on us and all that. So like I already got like scared, and there's times that this little altercation doesn't stop there. It just ends up in more and more. But this time, like, I think it was probably like the worst.
Okay. So let's pick it up right here when you pick up the gun. Tell me what happens then.
So when after all that, like, he said I didn't accept his apology. That he's over here being nice and apologizing, and so that we could move on for the night and this and that. I wanted to be rude and that night, but he still has the phone, the Ernesto's phone, in his hands. And at that panic, he snapped again. And he's oh, if you want to keep crying and you want to accept my apology, and then he looked out again to the window and just go to the back, just go to the bathroom, just go to the bath. And like I started getting up slowly, like, and he like kind of grabbed, come on, and he like grabbed me and just kind of pushing me, And like one of the times that I was trying to get up, like I guess it wasn't fast enough when I got up and all, and like he kind of grabbed me from like the arm, kind of pushing me, and then like by my hair, like to just get me going faster. So that's when I started walking back, and I mean the room's compact.
Yeah.
So everything was far, and that's when I saw the gun, and I was like, and I did think that maybe if I scare him off, I could just keep open the door.
What was your intention in getting the gun?
Just to scare him off. And like I said, he's left his gun plenty of times around me. He's like taking care of his gun for him, I took care of his back the same way, like.
Are you comfortable around guns?
I never, I've been around guns before, but me personally being comfortable around guns, no.
Have you ever owned? So when you pick up the gun, what do you do?
So when I pick up the gun, I just turn around and I pointed at him, and I tell him, I was like, just open the door. I remember just telling him that.
What did you tell him?
Just open the door. Just open the door. I just want to leave. Just open the door.
And what did he do?
I mean, I will come and open it. Come and open it. And he was probably halfway. It's not even when I kind of go, I was probably somewhere around this bed.
Okay. Okay.
I just itches and I can't. And I was between this bed, and he was kind of in between these. He was kind of not too close, but not too far. Probably almost at the end of this one. He was just pointing, and all I said was, "Just open the door. I just want to go." And oh, you want to leave me? You want to leave me? He kept saying, and oh, come on, then go open it. Go open it, But he didn't have it clocked back, or he says one on top. That's what he knows that he has one on top, something back, and he didn't have it like that. So he when I pointed at him and I told him, "Let me out, I just want to go," and he kept telling me "Well, come and open it yourself, come and open it yourself." So at that point, I was thinking, I kept going, I kept telling it, open it, and one of the times I don't know how or what, I kept telling, I kept looking at the bag, because my little bag, it's not too big, it's a little black bag, was in this bed. And I just kept looking at it, and I kept kind of, towards him, pointing it so I could get out. And one of the times I just kind of tried to reach for my bag so I could, and everything, I was kind of pointing it, kind of grabbing it, and that's when he kind of came at me. He's like, "You want to point the gun at me, you stupid bitch, you think it's a game," and but before all that, he just told me, "Oh yeah, you want to point the gun at me, stupid bitch," that's when he threw me, and grabbed it, and he punched, first he punched me, because I didn't want to let it go, and then he punched me, and that's when I let it go. And I was grabbing, I was kind of yelling, it hurts so bad.
How did he punch you?
Yeah, it just went back.
With his right hand, his left hand?
With the same hand, he grabbed me with my neck, the right. Yeah.
Yeah, which one?
So it was like that, and he was.
So I'm facing you, I'm Kenny.
And this.
With this hand? Is he a lefty or a righty?
I think it's right.
So
He
what
punched me
happened
with this.
when he punches you? What happens to the gun?
Then at that point, he already I let it go.
You let it go.
I let it go.
So did it?
So I'm pointing it. He comes at me and he's like, "I'm gonna put the gun at me, you stupid bitch." And that's when we ended up on this bed.
Okay.
And like right when he throws me on the bed and I don't want to let go, like he punches me.
Okay.
And he punched me so hard that I remember like not even know where the hell I was at. Like I just kept looking around and around, and like he saw like all kinds of blood coming out, and like I guess he kind of tripped out because he never like taken that much blood out of me. I could say. I mean, there were slaps and bruises and black eyes.
So you're bleeding from your nose.
All in.
Okay.
And in my mouth. And so it was like a punch. So I thought,
How bad were you bleeding?
not, oh my God, buddy, I was bleeding.
Okay. Then what happens?
And like at that point, like I just like he punched me, and then he just looking down, and then that's when like knock like if like, like you knock, but it can be cut from the top.
Okay.
And right there, like when he was all looking up, that's when I like pushed him off, and I kind of like just got up, grabbing my head, and then I just grabbed my bag. I remember, and he was like on the floor, just struggling to get up. Cause I did fucking, but I did kind of like push him off, because he was kind of pushed him off me. And at that, he fell to the floor. I just dropped it, and I remember even tripping with the wall and the door, where I didn't even know where the door was, and I just kind of not ran, but I kind of went in a fast pace.
Okay.
And at that point, I don't know, I just took off.
Where did you go from there?
I went for a little ride. I didn't know. I honestly, I didn't know where to go.
Did you pick anybody up?
No.
You remember where you went for a little ride?
Mm,
Did you go to the store? Did you?
no. I'm not very familiar with the streets, but I know it was like I was coming down like
It's okay if you can't remember. When you exited the room, were you bleeding? You said you were bleeding earlier.
I was bleeding from my nose and mouth.
Okay.
That's the only place I was actually bleeding was there, because he did hit me pretty hard. So that's the only way I was bleeding from here, and just was grabbing, and I remember going like that, but like, and I don't even know how I got in the car and drove, cause I couldn't even remember like where I was going, nothing. Like I just remember that in my face, and I kept calling.
Who'd you call?
I called one of my friends, and she didn't answer.
Who else did you call? Anybody else?
No, I called one of my guy friends, and he didn't answer either. And after that, like, I was like, I don't know where to go. And I remember, I got introduced to, this couple and his sister. And I went, to their house, but, I guess they're already asleep, so I just chilled at the parking lot at their house.
What did you remove from the room before you left?
I just grabbed my bag, and my bag was open, and I remember, what was missing? A card, like a EBT card. That was in mine.
Well, the EBT card, you gave it to those other guys to go buy sandwiches, right?
Yeah, but I can't remember if they gave it back. I'm pretty sure they did, because when they came back and said that it was closed, can use on this end. So
you mentioned earlier that you had Ernesto's phone. How did you get Ernesto's phone back?
When we went to the car. Oh, well, how did I get it back? Because when I grabbed my bag and all that, and when we were struggling and all that, everything that was in his hand and in my bag on that bench. So when I was pointing at him, I was trying to gather the things, because before he even hit me, and I was pointing the gun for me to get out, I was trying to put everything before he even hit me or anything, he had taken my bag out like away, because the keys were in there.
Oh.
So he had taken it, like, because I had it and I was putting things in there. I was like,
The keys for what?
it's from the car.
Okay, so he took the keys out of your purse?
No, he just took the whole thing because,
Okay.
like, so I don't sound so confused. Like, once we leave the shower, we were walking, right? And that's when I was at this end, he was at this end. And we were talking before all this, call me a bitches and that. I had my bag in front of me and I was putting things away that were in the bed.
Okay.
So when all this happened and he started reading more text messages, he just kind of, when he went to this side, he just grabbed the whole little bag, the little tiny bag. He grabbed the whole thing and he kind of put it like, just pushed it off. And then he went and saw, look outside. And then again, and then he went and kind of looked at the bag and see what was in there and stuff like that. So, but the phone, he had it the whole time in his hand, like the Ernesto's phone. So all he took was pretty much the bag. And he always said, like, he would always check my bag because he said that I stole from him and take everything he had, and I would leave him broke and all that. But it wasn't the case.
Okay, so I'm trying to understand. So you say you got Ernesto's phone, you got your bag, and your phone was in that bag, and Ernesto's phone was in that bag.
No, Ernesto's phone wasn't in that bag. My phone was in that bag.
So what happened to Ernesto's phone?
It was on the bed.
Okay, so it stayed on the bed when you left?
No, I have
Okay.
that phone.
Okay, how did you get, that's what I'm saying, how did you get that phone?
When remember I told you, like, when I got the gun and I was pointing at him?
Oh yeah, you
When I was-
collected everything.
Yeah, like I was trying to keep an eye on him, pointing and collecting everything.
Okay.
And that's probably the few things I got that. And the little it's because my phone, like I said, I wouldn't take it out because any little text, even from Facebook, that'd come on. And it was a guy. It was just,
Would you and him communicate through Facebook? No.
he communicated maybe once, and that's when he opened a fake account.
Okay.
But
So
he never communicated with me for
just by text or phone?
message call.
Okay. So when, and again, I want to like just walk you through a little bit and understand. I know we already have this altercation. You go back to the room, you get the gun, you point it at him, you collect the items off of the bed. At that point, you guys have some type of struggle. You mentioned a little while ago. What was the struggle look like? What happened at the struggle? Tell me about the struggle.
Like the show's more like, cause I keep pointing the gun and I keep like going like, open the door, and then, like, you don't think I'll shoot, and the more I wouldn't, and I like I keep going like that, and like that's when I start grabbing things, and like one of the times I just look like down and he was already coming at me.
Okay.
So at that point, like I just freaked out and I was already on the bed and punched, and then I did like the knock. I just kind of pushed him off. I just grabbed. I didn't even know if the phone and if my phone, anything was in there. And I guess from me grabbing and putting everything in there, when I was pointing, those things were in there. And I just grabbed it over the door and left. I didn't look back and nothing. I just wanted to get out of there, honestly.
Okay, so you describe pretty much it looks like a very violent attack. Like a very violent scene with punching, slapping, choking, where you're almost unconscious. That's pretty violent. It's pretty bad.
And you know that, like, I had other violent relationships,
Okay.
And from my last one, I told myself, like, I would be the type, like, if you put a hand on me, best believe, like, I'm not gonna let myself, you're gonna get a punch. And because you lose people that you love like that, like, you don't want to go that route. And if anything, like, my mom sat down and talked to me, and, if you love someone, you don't put hands on them. You try to understand them a different way.
Absolutely. And so my question to you, and I'm just trying to understand, because I've been an officer for over 18 years, okay? And I've been around on the field side of it, where I responded to a lot of calls. Females that even the worst abuse that takes place. I mean, there's a point where it just enough is enough, right? And why didn't you call the police? I don't understand that.
Because Is it a rat?
No, it's not a rat. You're getting beaten up. The way you're describing it is you're getting violently beaten up.
Yeah, and like the last time I tried to do that,
What do you mean?
it didn't go well.
When did you try calling?
It was way before all this. Like, he grabbed me pretty bad and threw me like across the TV. Like, and they started choking me.
So let me ask you this: have you ever made a report on him at all? No.
But I just have pictures.
Okay.
That's it.
Pictures on what?
Like, couple of bruises he made me.
On your phone? Are they on your phone right now?
I don't know if most of them are in this or in my other one, but yeah.
Because you said you've only been together for the last 6 months, right? So within the last 6 months, you probably still gonna have some photos of pictures of you being beaten up.
It hasn't gotten as bad as probably like the past 3 months.
Who else has been around when you've been abused by him?
Pretty much anybody that's around.
Okay, but like somebody that I can verify that information with. And I'm not saying that you're lying. I'm just saying I would like to talk to somebody that says, "Oh yeah, no, I've talked to her and I've seen bruises and I've seen this and I've seen this behavior." Somebody I can verify that information with.
One's his mom.
His mom? His
I
mom.
remember she was
What's his mom's name?
Connie.
And she'll be able to say that you've showed her some bruising and stuff? Okay.
My mom too.
Your mom. What is your mom name?
Isabel.
Isabel. Isabel? What's her last name?
Villegas.
Huh?
Villegas. V-I-L-L-E-G-A-S.
What is, do you have a phone number?
My mom?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 505.
Okay.
204.
204.
I'm not sure. I don't even know my mom's phone. It's 4461 or 6641.
Okay, 4461 or
66. Is that it?
6641?
Yeah, like backwards, kinda.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. Who else?
Connie's. I don't really know. Who else?
So we get to the point in our conversation, and I want to be really straightforward with you. I've listened, and I'm getting this picture of something. You know how you draw this altercation, the room back here. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Can you just initial and put the date that you drew that for me? It's the 23rd right now. So put 6/23 and then initial it. Before I forget, I'm supposed to ask you to do that. Don't get old because you start forgetting things, right?
I forget. And
21, sorry, the year 21. And just your initials is fine. And that's just to say that you're the one that drew all this out, and I use it to help me understand what the room looks like. The altercation here, the gun here, you're walking out here, there's like a struggle of some sort. You say you push him or shove him off. You never mentioned a gunshot.
I didn't do a gunshot.
What's that?
I didn't do the gunshot.
What do you mean you didn't do a gunshot?
Like pull it. Like gotta say it. Cause I did point it, but I didn't pull the trigger. Say.
Okay. So you understand, again, I'm being 100% honest here, okay? You understand that I've been in the same room. Mm-hmm. You understand that I have looked around this room and I've seen evidence. Mm-hmm. Okay. Where's the gun? After you run out, what happens to the gun?
He has it.
He has it?
Mm-hmm. Okay. He stayed with the gun.
Okay. What was his position when you left? Where was he at?
Like, I really don't, like, I got my stuff, and when I opened the door and looked back, he was on the floor.
He was on the floor where?
He was just struggling between.
What do you mean? He was in a struggle, or you were in a struggle?
No, he was, because he was a bunch of sheets and stuff, and when I pushed him off, when he punched me, when this hand he has some sheets wrapped on him. So when I pushed him, and he fell on the floor, there's some sheets with him. He was trying to get off of it and stand up. And at that point, I just ran. That's all I saw. That was the last thing I saw. And I just took off, and I didn't really look back.
Do you know what happened to Kenny?
No,
Are you responsible for his death?
no. I don't know what happened. I kept texting him and calling him the next day, and
He doesn't have a phone.
yeah, but that's all day long. I thought he could find something. He could find his phone. He kept looking for his phone. And I texted Amber, the girl that was with him.
So
I found out, or even had a clue of any of this through a lady that lives in Pecos.
What's her name?
They told her, Lupe. She called me and told me, do you know what happened to Kenny?
And what did you say?
No, I was like, what happened? What's going on? And at that point, I just felt my stomach dropped. What happened? What is it?
So you got to understand where I'm at, and I'm trying to believe you, and I want to believe you. But you have to understand that I'm in a position right now where you're mentioning nothing but a gunshot, and the only way he would have been shot is by somebody else shooting him.
Mm-hmm.
And you've already told me that you pointed the gun. I know you said you didn't shoot him, and I, kind of believe that. But I have a problem with what happened here because something happened where he got shot. He didn't shoot himself. I know. So somebody had to have shot him. And you were the last one. And I don't want to start showing you pictures or video because when you leave the room, your face is not bloody. And it doesn't even, I can't tell, obviously, but you don't really see any kind of injury to your eye, okay? I don't see no injuries to your neck. Again, I'm not saying you're lying, okay? I'm trying to be very fair here, okay? But what I need to do is I need to verify some of this information, and I need to know the truth, though, because you kind of, you tell me everything else that you've told me, and you've talked to me about a whole lot of history in detail, and then we get to this little part, right at the end, I rushed him and I ran out. There's something that happened there that you're not telling me, and I need to know the truth, because if I'm going to present this to the district attorney's office, they're going to ask me, what do you think? Was she forthcoming? I said, she told me a lot of history and she told me a lot of things that happened that night. Very violent attack, but yet she didn't call police. Yet I don't know if anybody's seen you right after to see these injuries, to verify the injuries. I don't know any of those things. When you take the car back to Ernesto, you drop it off across the street instead of taking it to Ernesto.
Yeah, and the reason why I did that is because of I didn't want, Kiara had already put a report and it had nothing to do with any of this. I just went, the reason why I put it is because I didn't want to I knew I already had a warrant,
When was the last time you got arrested? In March?
Yeah, in March.
And what name did you give the officer? And what did you get booked under?
I give him Jasmine.
Jasmine. Is that your name?
No.
So who's Jasmine?
I just made it up.
You made it up. So I want to believe you, right? I don't want to, I'll never sit here and say you're a liar because I don't believe in that. Okay? I want to believe you, but what is that going to look like to a jury and everything else when I get this case and I say, look, she is known to lie. She even lied about her identification. She got booked under a false name, Jasmine Chavez Hernandez, with your picture, but different booking. Okay? How much can we believe you? And that's the question I have right now, because you're not telling me about the gunshot.
The whole reason about me changing my name that time is in that car, there was no plates, no insurance, no nothing that could prove that car was Kenny. At that point, Kenny had a lot of drugs on him. He had a gun on him, he had like explosives, you know, shit like that. And me, I give him my name. I'm gonna go to jail for a month and a half. You know, I don't wanna go to jail for a month and a half. And it's only up for a violation. I get it, and I know I should be more responsible because I've been nothing but like kind of putting off important things off for other things that really don't matter.
Do you have custody of your children?
Mm-hmm.
So your mom doesn't have custody, she just helps you take care of them? Okay. So what was the initial charge that you got arrested for?
For
Child abuse?
no.
Well, great. Well, yeah, that's what you're on probation for.
So the whole thing was on probation. I got
Okay. And you had your children with you.
from the DUI. I was parked outside my mom's house, and I had one of my sons.
Okay. So
Then at that, child services came, and I beat child services, like everything, because I don't abuse my kids. You know, it just happened. My mom's house is the 3rd, mine's the 7th. From the moment that they called the cops, I stayed arguing and arguing. By the time I got myself and my kid in the car to take back to my house, they called me and pulled me back to my house.
I'm gonna stay focused a little bit here, okay? So help me understand how that gunshot went off.
I don't know what gunshot. I never pulled the trigger on anything.
Okay, so where's the gun?
I don't know. He stayed with it.
Okay. So again, my experience in a suicide is, say for instance, if we were to entertain that thought that he shot himself, the gun itself would still be there. There is no gun.
I never took no gun with me. No gun ever had left with me.
You had
When
to go back
when I left that room,
you weren't bleeding.
I left Kenny okay. We were fighting, but I left him okay.
Nobody else went into that room until they called for police. I'll show you a picture. Who's that?
That's me.
That's you. Now look closely. Do you see any blood on there?
You can't see it, but how did I get this?
Well, how did you get what?
This.
I don't know. That's why I'm trying to understand that. I'm trying to even.
And I could get people that saw me right after.
Okay, who was that?
Like the people I told you, and
or what are their names? I mean, I need to verify that. And at this point, I'm trying to help you out. Okay, because there's something that happened here, that the gunshot went off, that Kenny gets killed, and you're the last one in the room with him. You guys are in a violent confrontation. You grab his gun. You say you pointed the gun at him. How am I supposed to understand that? And how are we going to go before a jury and say, you know what? This is what happened. I'm trying to understand that. If you can tell me some names that I can verify, not Lupe from, obviously that's where you learned that he was dead, but something. Did you take pictures of yourself?
none until yesterday. But the one that did see me like this and knew where it came from, his name's they call him I have it in my phone. And he was the last one I even thought of.
What's his name? What's his nickname?
Come on.
Answer me this question. So why is it that I'm getting information from the state police officers that you mentioned to your mom, to Ernesto, that you're involved in a shooting in Albuquerque?
I never even told any of them. That's why my mom was even telling me about. I was like, when did I even tell you that? And Ernesto is like, he's always making up like random things.
She's not making this up because it happened.
Yeah, it happened, but I never even talked to him. His phone, Kenny had it in his hand, disconnected with no service whatsoever. So how did I even, like, talk to him? I didn't talk to him.
Okay, so how did he get his car back?
By me taking it.
To who?
I didn't take it exactly to him, but I parked it on the other side of the road.
Okay, and then what happened? How did he know that it was on the other side of the road?
Because I texted my mom.
Okay.
And I told my mom this.
That what? You told your mom what?
That the car was on the other side of the road.
Okay.
And where the keys were at.
So how did you get from that car? Did you go to your mom's?
What do you mean to that car?
After you dropped off the car, where did you go?
To my house.
To your house?
Mm-hmm. And that's like walking distance from where I left the car.
So when state police went out there earlier today, your mom said you weren't there.
She thought I wasn't there. And she even called me crying and telling me that to stop hiding or to this and that. And that's when I told her, I'm not hiding. What are you talking about? I've been at home since I dropped off the car. And I told her straight up, I'm not hiding. Like, I don't want you to think that I'm hiding because I'm not hiding. I wasn't hiding.
So it's hard for me to try to understand this again and try to help you out in a sense. And to be fair, because you never called us and said, hey, this is what happened. And I learned after Lupe told you that he was dead, you know what, I was the last one there. And he was alive when I left, which I don't believe. I see you running from the room.
Yeah, and I ran because of the same thing. I wouldn't stay in the same, getting beat and doing the same thing.
No, I wouldn't want you to do that. I'm not saying that you should do that. No one deserves that. And you should never even been around this once, much less twice or 3 times or however many times you say it happened in the last 6 months. I got 4 girls. I would never want my girls to be in an abusive relationship. Right? So I understand that.
My mom never showed me to be in one.
So for me to understand all of this that's happening, and then to have a gun missing from the scene, no phones on the scene, it's just, that's very odd.
Mm-hmm. And they understand it.
Okay. So.
But the only phones that were there is mine and Ernesto's in it. That phone was never working. And that I did take those, but the gun, I don't know. I didn't take the gun. But I did take the 2 phones.
So at any point in this struggle, do you believe the gun went off?
No.
No?
I don't. No. Just like he wasn't clocked back, nothing. Because when one of the times I pressed it and it didn't go off, nothing. And that's when he got on top of me and punched me and, you know what I mean? Like it's telling you.
So how does he end up dead?
I don't know.
You don't know.
No.
Do you remember that guy's name that you said you were going to give me? So
Yeah, his name is
What is his name?
Or they call him Youngster.
Okay, what's his real name? And does you have Youngster in your phone? 'Cause I'm going to do a search. I'm going to do a warrant on your phone. Okay? I have to.
Okay.
At this point. Okay? I want to talk to Ernesto, and if Ernesto's not compliant, I'm probably going to have to do a warrant on his phone. Okay? All right. So, when I look at your phone, all these things that you're telling me, are they going to verify? Yeah?
I believe so.
You believe it's in the... If you ask me how old I am, I'll tell you this and I'll tell you that. I mean, it's just straightforward, right? And I'm not, I believe so. You know what I mean? And I've been very fair to you, Johanna. I'm trying to understand your side of the story. Okay? Because I always believe that there's 2 sides of the story. But you went very detailed around everything else except for this last little part when something happened. And there's just no way that, you know, somebody's going to shoot themselves and then the gun's going to disappear on its own.
You understand that?
So you're willing to face the charges instead of just telling me the truth of what happened.
I don't know if
If you're cooperative now, I will tell the district attorney. They're going to decide whether you intentionally planned on killing Kenny or something less than that. But I need your truth. I need the honest truth. Tell me what happened.
just the gun went off, but I didn't mean to. That's when he started hitting me. I didn't point at him, nothing was right on top of me hitting me. And the reason why I say is because he told me that if anything ever happens to him and they knew who did it, they were gonna go after the family. And I'm afraid for my mom and my kids. Because I know I want to try and try and do something. But I love Kenny a lot. It took so much of that. That was an accident. It was an accident. I don't want to face for so many years. For something I didn't mean to do.
I honestly believe you. Okay.
And I'm afraid for my mom, my kids. Like, his mom, everybody knows who he was. Like, they can't say I ever mistreated, ever tried to do anything against him because they didn't.
Listen, Johanna, by you being honest, I can tell that to the district attorney's office. And they can try to, I present to them the investigation, okay? I present to them everything that I've done. What I see here, who I talk to and all that, I present all that, okay? And with all this history, and if we can verify some of this history, and there was some type of struggle going on, I need to know when you picked up the gun, at what point did it go off? Because I don't believe Kenny ever got it in his own hands.
No one was hitting me. And after I woke up from kind of days and he was choking me, I got scared. I was like, it's not gonna stop there. And he's already on me. Because that's happened before. It hasn't just stopped there.
He tried to focus on this incident.
So then, from there, he told me to go to the back. But now I did see it. Finally, but I just wanted to get out of the room. That's it. That's all I wanted to get out. I was get out of the room. So At that point, like, I just shot one by the door. I shot one by the door. And when I did that, he told me stupid fucking bitch, and he came at me. Until he threw me, punched me, and when he did the punch and the struggle and all that, like, another one went off.
Where was that struggle at? So I understand.
In his bed.
This bed or that bed? This bed? Okay.
And they went off, and I didn't think nothing of it. You know, I honestly thought he was okay, and I didn't think nothing of it. My energy did take off from there. I was scared, like, but I didn't mean to do it. That we've been through so much that was the last thing he told me. He could have got me some other way if I really wanted him to. I did it. All I wanted was just for him to get out of that room. He came out and punched me.
And I present that to the district attorney's office, okay?
And like now, my name's gonna come out as like.
Well, I need your cooperation still, okay? Because where's the gun? And don't lie to me now, because we finally turned that leaf, or we're gonna be honest. And I've been listening, and I've been reading you, and I've been trying to understand everything. And you know what? I feel for you, because you've been through all of this, plus now learning somebody that you love and care about. I'm sorry about that. You know what I mean?
And knowing that I did it.
Sometimes we wish we can take things back, right? But sometimes we get to a point where what's done is done, and we try to move forward with the honest truth and trying to do what's right.
I know when I lost someone, or my first husband like that, you know, it's not, haven't been okay, like, because I'm not gosh to take anybody's life.
So where's the gun at?
With all this happening, I didn't know, I thought he was okay. It went the whole day like that, I thought it was okay. Like, the night before that, he mentioned, like, he was gonna sell the gun to get money, you know. And at this point, I need money for gas to get back. And I tried selling it.
You tried or you did?
I did sell it. But I didn't think that I had led to it until Lupe called and said all this, you know.
Who did you sell it to?
I don't really know him, like, I just went off based on, like, this guy that Kenny knew. And he kind of went to the other guy and sold it, like, he was kind of the middle person. But they don't really know any of this, like, I just try to say, I honestly think any of it.
Okay. So I'm gonna pick it up again from right here so I understand. And then, because once you run out, you get into your car, I want you to tell me where you go and who you talk to on your phone, because I'm gonna find that out on your phone anyways. So after you did you get the gun from up here from the sink or no?
What do you mean?
Was the gun up here on the sink when you went to the back of the room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you said you shot something at the door.
Yeah, I shot one at the door.
At the door itself or on the ground?
I don't know if at the door or somewhere.
Okay.
But it was just to scare him, let me out.
Okay. When you shot, I'm going to start another clip, okay, because I'm a little confused. Okay. There's a paper again on that one, okay. Well, let's use this other one, so it's not so hard. So we'll lose it. Where were you at standing? Put like a circle with an X where you were standing when you shot the first time. Circle with an X. Okay, now I want you just to put a circle where Kenny was standing when you shot the first time.
somewhere like
So
between here.
he was by the door?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. So,
So I shot it, and the moment I shot it, like, he knew I had to clock it back again. So in that process, I've been clocking it back again. He let himself go at me and throw me on the bed.
did you cock it?
Yeah, I didn't have a chance, but by the time that happened, I wasn't even able to, like, not take it out of my hands or move it or nothing. So I got in within that process, like, he just jumped on me, threw me on the bed, and that's when he punched me. And in between that struggle, like, it went off. But I was ready to punch, and honestly, so out, in and out, I didn't think, and after that, like, that about it, like,
So when you shoot the second time during the struggle, what is it Kenny end up at?
I put it,
Where's his head faced? You know.
once that goes off, I just feel like he grabbed, like, his arm or something. He, like, went off. At that point, like, I just kind of threw him and then pushed him. And when I got up, he was kind of, like, just in between these two. I don't know what from there. I don't really know. Honestly, I thought it was.
Where did you put the gun at that point?
I remember I had it under my arm or in my bag.
So then you go out to the car.
Just go out to the car, started, I left.
At what point did you sell the gun?
At what point? I don't, like, it was during the day. I remember between 1 or 2, around there.
Okay, did you contact this person on the phone?
I didn't have nothing to do with that. He didn't have a cell phone. The person I went to, like, he introduced us to Kenny, and his girlfriend became, like, a nice, like, friend, you know, and, like, still they're young.
What was her name?
Brittany.
Brittany.
I call her Brittany.
Bree? So the gun, you don't have the gun no more.
Trust me, if I would have known I had it up on that, I would have never got it.
Did you drive back around the hotel anytime after that? You didn't go by in the morning just to see?
He did it.
Did Menchie's or that other guy contact you or let you know that something had happened?
No, I didn't know anything. Until Lupe called her, I guess they called her, told her that, and then a little bit after, like, I started looking it up.
I appreciate you telling me the truth finally.
I just don't want to do years to have kids, you know.
I understand that. And that's what I'm going to try to tell the
I
district
could
attorney.
see if I meant to do it. It didn't. And before that, he told me that if anything ever happened to him or to his brother would go all out to make sure and get them or get the family. So,
What's his brother's name?
Clarence.
Do you need some tissue?
Please.
Okay. So let me grab some tissue right over there. And I'm gonna step out for a little bit. I'm gonna get you some tissue. I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. Because I want to do a thorough and a fair investigation, right? And Johanna, I'm sorry that you went through what you went through. Okay. I believe. Go ahead, and I'll put the trash can in here so you can throw all that stuff away. Okay. What's that? Okay. So we'll see. Maybe we can take some photos. Well, I want to take some photos of your injuries. Okay. While we're here, and then we'll kind of figure out what the game plan is going to be. Okay. I know for sure tonight. You already know you have your warrant, arrest warrant for that. That will give me some time to talk to the district attorney's office, kind of see how we're going to go from there. Okay. But give me just a few minutes, and I'll be back in here. And we'll kind of go from there. If you need, do you need water? I'll be right back. I'm gonna give you the tissue. I'm gonna put this trash can over here. You can throw your tissues in there, okay?
Joanna Quintana was sentenced to 10 years in prison for the shooting death of Kenny Rougemont.